Wow, Ethan, great moves. Keep it up.
Hello, everybody. It's Friday, March. The Ides of March, they say, right, Olivia?
Yeah, Olivia.
Is that a Macbeth thing, or was it?
They do.
Was that before Macbeth, or is that a Macbeth thing? The Ides of March.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Caesar thing.
Yeah, Roman, dude.
Yeah.
I just remember
You
it
need
from
to
Macbeth.
think about the Roman Empire more. You really
You're
do.
right. Actually, you know what? I've been watching. I don't know if you've heard. I've been watching all kinds of Roman Empire historical video essays on YouTube.
Really?
Like
yes.
No, I
ranking
haven't heard.
ranking the best Roman emperors from worst to best.
Who's the
Okay.
top?
And what
Yeah,
are
who's
you
the
learning?
top? Who's the
I
bottom?
believe the
Is it
top.
Augustus?
Yeah, the top is Augustus,
Augustus
I
the
believe.
go, bro.
Full name.
It's the go, bro.
And then on the bottom is a bunch of people I didn't expect. Nero, like all the ones that you hear as like the worst ones, were actually in the middle.
I'm a bottom.
Apparently, Nero's infamy is exaggerated by historians.
Ah.
In several places.
Really?
Yeah. The Ides of March is the 74th day in the Roman calendar. Oh, it's March 15.
It's the first time I'm hearing this.
The Ides of March?
Yeah.
I guess it's a cursed ass day.
March 15.
What year is it?
March 15 is a cursed ass motherfucking day.
All right. Good to know.
So, hey Zach, keep your eyes and your ears open on March 15.
Bro, we can't play it. It's cursed.
We should just wipe it off. Let's skip March 5th. Let's do 14 to 16 like they do in Vegas.
Right.
I'm down.
Unlucky Floyd. Actually, we learned at the win. Oh, by the way, today's episode is sponsored by Gamer Subs
Ah, yes. Thank you.
Shout out.
Thank you to Gamer Subs.
and Teddy Fresh.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support, Hila. You're one of the only ones. You're one of the only ones left.
Nice doing business with you.
Nice doing business with you. And at the win,
Swin.
because the Max Win
Swin.
my
casino where
God.
we stayed, apparently all of the 40th floors were just evaporated.
They just don't exist.
They don't exist. So they go from 39
39.
to 51 or 50.
Yep.
And the reason being, I guess, in Chinese culture, 4s are considered unlucky. And so I think for some reason, they're courting a lot of Chinese tourists at that hotel. And so they just axed the whole goddamn.
4 is a pretty weird number.
Really? Why? I like 4.
I don't know. You go 3 or you go 5.
It's 4.
I have well, 3 and 5 are good because they're both prime numbers. Those are both good numbers for me. But 4 is a good number too.
4
I'm
like
kind
weak.
of with Hila. I don't really vibe with 4.
4,
Yeah.
it's divisible by 2 by itself. It has a square root of 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's a perfect square. There's a lot going on good with a 4.
Yeah, it's just there's no riz to the 4.
Really?
Growing up, I coined 4 as my lucky number for
You did?
absolutely no reason.
Have
yeah.
you found that to be true?
No.
No, it hasn't held up.
Big mistake.
Huge.
Do you have a weird thing with numbers? Like when I'm putting on volume to the TV, I have to always be on one of my numbers, which is like, I don't like odd numbers unless they're prime.
It's the same when we price stuff on Teddy Fresh. Sometimes there's like 58 sounds good to me, but not 57. Like I would never do 57.
So 58 is, let me see, 58, that might actually be a bad number. No, it's okay. It's a whole number, but it's divided by 29, which is weird.
Oh,
You know?
I'm with you on the TV shit.
So which numbers will you avoid?
I can't have 13.
13 is not
I
good.
can't have 13.
11 is not good.
11 I don't have a problem with.
That is a prime number, though, so that kind of throws off my theory.
I can't have 19.
19 is not
19.
good.
Yeah. Like I think like a solid place is like a 15's good.
15's good.
20,
Perfect.
21.
21's not good. 20.
No,
Okay.
21 is really good.
21.
My favorite number.
For me, it's got to be like 20, 18, 16. I accept 15 because it's got swag. It's divided by, you know what I mean? Because of the 5s. 5s are a wonderful number. It's all across the board.
no. Do you have a color that goes with a number?
No. I don't have a thing with colors, really. Do you? Thank you.
I don't know. Maybe.
The color up.
Is
the
this
color
just
of
me?
the-
Do you all have this thing? Does it occur to you when you're...
I have that, Hila.
I feel
You
like
do.
Yeah.
you associate colors with things like what?
Like
5
3.
is red.
What is 3 for you?
Green.
Me too.
Wait, 5 is
Just
red?
is, I don't
And
know.
3 is green.
See, that's something I've heard people talk about that. I don't have access to that. Whatever that is you guys are channeling, it's not.
What color is 7?
Yellow.
That seems right to me.
Yeah,
That's what I was just
would
thinking.
I would agree
I was
with
like,
it.
That's so.
I don't generally think that, but just when I was thinking about it, I'm like, if there was any number that was a color, 7's yellow for sure.
I don't see colors when the numbers.
That's
I
so
just see like
interesting.
black. I just see it black written out number. And then some people go, "Wait, you see stuff in your mind?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
I mean,
that always just.
I was like, "What do
tripped me
you
out
just? What do you just a fucking? What do you do? You
Let me have
just
a
sit
change
there?
mine.
freaking NPC.
I mean, you can imagine something in your mind, right?
Yeah. Like do you mean like if you're reading a book?
Reading a book, or if you're like, think of
In
an
a book?
apple in your mind. Imagine an apple.
Yeah.
Do you see it? Is it red? Do you see the image? I see all that.
Yeah.
I can see all that. Some people go, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, which I find so bizarre.
It's always weird to me whenever I stumble upon like Howard Stern clips because I only listen to the show, and for the longest time I didn't know what anybody looked like except Howard and Robin, but I would almost have an image in my head of what the characters are, but then when I see them, it's like, oh,
That's why they say
nothing like what I thought it would be.
there's an expression. You've got a face for radio, meaning you sound good, you're funny, but you're ugly as fuck.
I'm being told that's his actual.
Yeah,
face.
I know.
So
I've got a
sorry,
face for radio, but that's passe, man. I got to sit in front of the camera. Love you, no homo. Where do y'all keep hitting me with these weird ass mugs?
Love ya.
Self-doxing is my hobby.
A fan sent that.
Love
to us,
you,
actually,
no homo.
I believe.
Cheers, my horse.
Cheers, I need that one, fan. If you're watching,
Love ya. No
Nope.
pedo.
How are they doing? I haven't thought about Tipster or Keffals.
I think it's pretty sussy.
I don't care about Keffals so much. Tipster, to me, he was near and dear, and I wonder if he's
got to be heartbroken.
If he's changed his mind.
Dipshit.
He made his stand. He
stood on Lolly Hill.
Stood on his
I
principles.
did.
You do.
And his principles were about watching child porn.
Or goblin like.
I guess stand by your
Dipshit.
principles, you know? Stand by who you are.
But yeah, I think they seem to be laying relatively low. I don't know. I haven't heard much either in the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
You know
Get
who's-
the fuck out.
You know who's laying low?
Who?
Is my boy Aiden Ross.
He has not responded.
Right.
Crickets.
We thought for sure he would respond, right, AB?
Yeah.
However, I think they're just so used to being absolutely shit on by every corner of the internet that it's like, whatever, another day.
True.
Ethan's shitting on me again. What's new?
Real quick, we're trying something new with AB's mic. Maybe it can help you hear better. We saw a Reddit post, so I don't have the name in front of me, but thank you for the tip. We tried a new EQ thing, so it might help you hear him better. I don't know if it will work.
I don't think it will.
Yeah.
But it might sound better for the audience.
I heard him that
worth
time.
noting. Okay, true.
Ford is considered unlucky in China because it's pronounced and sounds like C, which means death in Mandarin.
Oh, that's right.
Interesting.
You got a good enough reason.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy if we had like number 4 was just like
One,
death.
2, 3, death.
AIDS. AIDS, cancer, murder. Whoa, dude. Can you guys just change the number? Like, you know what I mean? Who did that? Who put those together?
Right.
Common words. Anyway, shout out to the Chinese. We love them. Big up the Chinese.
Big up.
Big up. Happy New Chinese Year.
Speaking of bigging up the Chinese,
It's the Chinese New Year, so Happy New Year.
happy New Year's to the Chinese. And also Beavo, the original big up to the Chinese. He is in LA, as people noted, but we've been on the trail. And our boy Beavo, the one and only, Mr. Beavis himself, that's his surname, that is his surname, will be joining us on Monday.
What?
I am so excited. I am so thrilled. I genuinely think this might be our most star-studded podcast to date. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be phenomenal. I'm so excited.
Is it close to you to meeting DJ Khaled?
I'm so nervous. Oh my god.
Bevo is more than Khaled.
More than Khaled.
Yeah,
I had a
Bevo's-
feeling.
Dude, Bevo's taking over the world.
Yeah.
You know the rules.
The whole ocean. Together we're stronger.
That's what he does when he swallows. I don't know if I'm good at it.
It looked just like a cappuccino.
I'm excited though. We've got all kinds of shenanigans and fun planned. And I'm excited to meet the guy and see what he's really like, you know? I was thinking Beavo for Bachelor next season.
Oh my God.
You know you'd love that.
Maybe you'll be married by then. We don't know.
He'll have kids, yeah. Apparently his girlfriend's pregnant already. So, excuse me. God, this cough since when I was sick
It's
last
not
week.
going away.
I mean, it's getting better, but God, the coughs last so long.
Oh my God.
So, okay, we got a great show today. For one, we will be talking about the highly applauded, the greatly requested Willy Wonka experience hailing from the UK.
So excited.
We have prepared a PowerPoint. We have prepared all kinds of... Basically, what we're going to take you on is a boat ride journey through the tunnel. It does not wish you're snowing. Is it raining? Is it pouring? Is a Santa snoring? Olivia said a really nice thing to me today before we started. She says, I think you should play Willy Wonka on a play someday.
Oh my God, that would be.
I do believe that would be great.
Who would you play in Willy Wonka?
I did Willy Wonka once. I played Violet Beauregard's mom.
Oh, the mom.
The mom. The bitch.
I think you would be really funny as Veruca.
Thank you so much
That's
for
what
saying
I
that. That's
thought you were
exactly.
gonna say.
You would be great.
You would be
Thank you.
It would be
We
so
should
fun.
Put on an office Willy
I mean, we
Wonka.
could.
my God.
We could. People would come. They would
I know.
come.
And imagine you standing
It
on
might
the
be one of
apple
my
box.
favorite movies.
Greek theater?
Like all
It's
time.
top
Live at the
5.
Greek Theater?
Stop! I would
Yeah.
lose my mind.
Willy Wonka live at the Greek?
Yes.
God, can you imagine the amount of work, though, that it would take?
Yes, I can, and we can do
We
it.
could just do it community theater
How the hell
style.
do we-
Cardboard sets, no
Done.
big deal. You know?
Well, what if it's like, we know it's not, listen, this isn't Broadway. So what if we have like teleprompters that just have all of our lines?
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to get off book.
Nobody cares.
Oh.
Because if the
Oh,
pressure of like
Olivia.
memorizing
I'm
your
not a
lines.
theater kid, so
I'm gonna let you do whatever
I'll be
you
like,
want to do. If
hold
I
the
can
cards,
perform
I
on the
don't care.
Greek stage.
improvise.
Wait, what's with this
Yeah.
title? That was in the title we
God.
People would come.
I-
It's not just the Jay Shetty. What's the title?
Jay Shetty is a fraud, allegedly.
But it's not.
There
It's
was something else, no? In
yeah.
the title.
Maybe some people are not motivated by growth.
Check the
Nice,
chat, Dan.
No, I do think
Love
though,
that overlay.
if Willy Wonka comes back to Broadway and they do stunt casting, Ethan Klein would be a
Oh
shoe-in.
my God.
Yeah.
Is it raining?
Did
Is it
not.
pouring? Is a hurricane a blowing? Surely the sign must be showing, but there is no sign of slowing.
Yeah.
Yes!
You could be so good at that character.
Totally.
That's all I want to think about now.
Set a goal and let's get this
I'm
done.
hyped already.
No, but if there's a teleprompter, like I feel that
Yeah.
we could do it with not as much work as I would fear. Do we have to pay someone to do that? Do we need the IP?
Oh yeah.
You have
yes.
to license the script.
I wonder how much that costs.
We do it when I do shows. It's
do?
not too crazy.
Oh,
But yeah, you do have to get the licensing.
Even
for
in
it.
like a high school play?
Yeah.
wow.
Dorks.
I feel like doing it at the Greek. I feel like it'd be a way different.
They're gonna be like this
Right.
at the Greek, yeah.
People are saying I should play Grandpa.
Oh, yes.
Grandpa Joe. And Love
Yes.
should be Charlie, don't you think?
Absolutely.
I want to be a Oompa Loompa, dude.
So who's Charlie?
Who would be
Ian.
Charlie? Ian? I was
I-
thinking Cam, maybe.
Cam.
No, but
would be a
Cam is
good
hairy.
He's what?
He's
Potter?
hairy. He's hairy. Literally, he's hairy.
Yeah, I'll
dude.
be Harry Potter in the Charlie.
Hey, yeah, my
Charlie's
favorite.
a child.
Willy
He's a
Wonka
child. Can't have a hairy, low voice dude be a child.
Let's be honest. Cam is my
Love.
key.
He's like, hey, yeah, guys, I'm Charlie. Yeah,
Hey, what up?
what's up, everybody? I'm
Hey,
Charlie.
what's up, everybody? It's me.
Yeah,
Charlie,
exactly,
The
not
Chocolate Factory.
I'm not going for that, Charlie.
I'm not sure if this is a chocolate river or if it's just the sewer from all the
Some
poop
fucking
coming
cookies.
through.
It's $7 a bag, and that's still expensive.
Oh
but then
my
you also have to
God,
factor
he's
in
still
that
going
the
on about
bags
the
aren't even big
cookies?
to begin with.
Oh.
It's
Hang
4
up on
ounces per bag.
No, we
4
didn't mean
ounces of
you,
cookies for
Charlie.
$7 is
We
still
meant,
a lot,
Charlie.
especially when you compare it to the
We meant the Charlie
product
from Willy
that they're
Wonka.
basing it off of. And
Charlie, we
The
love you.
kid.
We have to go. We have to go.
This Augustus Gloop drama is crazy.
Yeah, so I went today to the chocolate river, and it didn't look like chocolate as much as it looked like somebody took a shit instead of a pony's asshole and squirted it out into a blender. Thank you.
Yep.
So no cookies for you?
Okay, I've got a dream. I don't want to do the show anymore. I want to do that show.
You can.
Yeah, but that movie, the original, it's a stunning masterpiece.
I love it.
And if you want to get your mind blown, go to Rotten Tomatoes, Willy Wonka, original, and you will have your mind blown the fuck out. Oh, never mind. It has good ratings. I thought when I came here before, I was like 50%. I was like, hell?
Is that the Tim Burton one maybe you're thinking of?
Yeah, the Tim Burton one.
No, that one's dog shit. I don't care about that one.
Yeah.
We're only talking about this one, by the way. I don't know. The other variations, they don't exist.
Fakers.
I agree with that.
Wait, okay, that's good then.
Is the T-Shells one out? It's out in theaters?
Yeah, so
Wonka.
Are people
I haven't seen it.
talking about it? Is it any good?
most
Hugh
people who have
Grant
seen
plays
it
a
liked
Oompa
it a lot.
Loompa?
He's the best
I
part of
have
the
no
movie.
desire
Wait, that's
to watch
giving
this one.
tiptoes. Why are we giving out jobs for little people to Hugh Grant? You know? Like, this dude hasn't had a job in a minute, so what, they're going to give him the little person spot?
Are people liking this one?
Hugh.
It's got a, seems like, I would say leaning towards yes.
And in the role of a
It's not enough for me to watch a movie.
I'm going to get Chalamet out, you know what I mean? Give me a...
He's got 2 big movies out right now.
Mm-hmm.
That
Chill,
is-
bro.
That's a, you know.
Don't Chalamet me.
Shall.
Washington Post did release an article. Hugh Grant is an Oompa Loompa now. What's left for dwarf actors is what it is called.
That's a big... I actually think that's legit because... Like that's a good role for a little person, and Hugh Grant stepping in, like, bro, you've had your time, you've had your spot, you did all your rom-coms and shit. You don't get to just walk in and be an Oompa Loompa now.
No,
that shit.
There's a dialogue to be had for sure.
That's bullshit. Actually, I'm fucking pissed off, and I can't. Charlemagne's complicit. What's the current title? Did we update it?
That
Yo,
is-
bro.
that's, you never sent a title.
I did.
Trying to say, yeah. So
I did.
You didn't.
I definitely did. All right, I'll go up and look in the chat, and I'll read it to you.
Okay. You sent Willy Wonka and Jay Shetty expose. Not exactly the title. I'm just suggesting topics.
Okay, but Jay Shetty's a fraud allegedly. Not even close to that. Well, it is close, but it's only 50%.
It's 50% there.
Yeah. I think we should lead with Willy Wonka Experience PowerPoint. And then follow it with Jay Shetty expose, not clickbait.
That's good.
Great.
People in our chat
okay over
seem
there,
to
Grandpa?
like Wonka, the new one.
Yeah, it seemed to have positive reviews.
Okay.
80%'s good.
Okay.
But like,
I'm
I
still
don't.
not gonna watch it.
That's my thing is I just love the original so much.
Yeah.
You know, you can't beat it, man. Don't even try. All right, let's talk about Teddy Fresh Drop real fast.
Yeah.
So, guys, it is March.
Yeah, we have a few updates.
So we had a free shipping promo last month for free shipping.
Free shipping, y'all.
Exactly.
However, it is now March, so the free shipping has ended. But we have actually done what, in our opinion, is almost as good, frankly, is that we made the threshold, we changed it from 150 to 75.
That's right.
Which is going to cover, I think, most orders.
A lot of orders, yeah.
So you no longer have to spend that much money for free shipping.
Free shipping, y'all.
Obviously, the free shipping thing is like makes our business like impossible. Basically, we'd be doing a charity.
And so we're back also to like regular schedule. So this month we have 2 drops. Drop 1 is out now, today.
I'm wearing a jacket. This is my new favorite jacket.
We've also moved our drop dates to Fridays.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's more fun for us to be able to talk about it on the podcast.
Right.
On the day that it comes out.
Right.
And Thursday doesn't have a podcast anymore, so yeah, this jacket is amazing.
Dan's wearing it in red.
Yes, it's got also cool lining.
You look like
Jacket.
Akira.
Thanks, man.
Oh shit, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
Akira isn't the guy with the jacket.
Well, whoever's, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. The guy on the cover.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
The guy on the cover.
Yeah.
I'm-
You can't tell, but it's this beautiful corduroy. It's so fitting and nice. It's really a beautiful jacket.
Yes.
Jacket
Thank
off.
you.
Jacket off, man.
I'm wearing the dress.
Let's take a look. Let's go to the website and
Very
see.
cute. And there's also a shirt like this. And
Oh my God! Wait, where's this shirt? This shirt is sick.
this shirt is out too.
With the button
It
flowers.
has, yes, it
Wait.
has flowers made of buttons.
Can I get some of those, Lena?
Of course.
Here.
Oh, we have. Can you bring me? I want to try it on.
Button.
That's so nice. I love that.
Button.
Who's got the button? Let's take a look, guys. Let's see. The 8th of March, we got a beautiful necklace. This is the jacket that Dan is wearing. Here's one I'm wearing. I'm gonna get a close up because it really is phenomenal quality. Super nice. Wow, that's a nice jacket, man. Just what I needed, frankly. We are trying to slash the prices as well, as much as we can now. We're really focusing on it.
As much as we can.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
We got the bear charm. I love this necklace, man.
Thank you.
The-
Different kinds of bears and
Oh,
then.
thank you so much. All right, who wants to strip tease?
Oh.
Give it to me, Zach. I need something more like techno. You know what I mean?
Techno.
Yeah, because that's the vibe.
Oh, like the runway vibe or the stripper vibe. Got it. Oh no, we got unbuttoning to do.
I think you like this.
I don't know if you can share all of this, Ethan.
Chest by Teddy Pratt.
I put some lube on and got him on his knees. And I began to slide
Everybody
into
relax.
him from behind. I pulled out of him and kissed
Is-
him while he
is
masturbated.
off the market.
He asked me to turn over while he slipped a condom on himself.
Make it rain, baby.
This was my ass.
Money
And I
everywhere.
was struggling to imagine
I take my
someone
tits out and I
inside.
get paid. Oh, this
He
is
got
so
on
nice.
top and
Yeah.
slowly inserted himself into me. It was the worst pain I think I have ever felt in my life. Eventually, I felt a mix of pleasure with
What is
passion.
happening?
Feeling the beat. It has a jingle.
Yes, because they're actual buttons.
Can you remove this?
Yes, sir.
This is so cool. I've never seen a shirt like this.
You know, we try hard.
We jiggle. I jiggle when I walk like a cow at pasture.
Let's do
You
it.
can hear me coming. And I mean that in the best way.
Or like you go cow style.
Oh, that's so cool.
Rod him, cowpoke.
Love that. Where were we? Excuse me. I've been doing push-ups. I've got all kinds of energy now. You know? I've been doing push-
He did 10 more before bed.
I did 30 yesterday. In separate paces,
Yeah.
not all at once.
That's a little.
Fine.
You're pushing it.
That's fine.
Can you do 10 right now?
Easily.
Do it.
How can we show the camera?
Give me one.
Yeah, we need to see it.
Yeah, we have one set up today. Look on.
Here, just
We have what?
Dan's gonna get the camera.
Oh, okay.
In the meantime, I love the hoodie. What's the story with this, Hila?
So the idea here was I got a bunch of this cute little charms and I really wanted to do something with them, and we ended up scanning them and making an all over print out of it. Yeah.
Looks cute.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very playful.
Yeah, it's fun.
Nice colors.
Mhm.
This is an iconic
Yeah. This has become like a
Yeah.
core print, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's our checker bear print.
piece. Yep.
These are just restocked, the necklace and the earrings.
Oh,
a lot
yeah,
of people
this-
loved it
dude,
before.
This necklace is
Yeah.
so fun.
So this is back.
So-
And then, I've been so excited about the bottle and the bag. Okay, so the bottle is a Nalgene Nalgene bottle, which is like a name brand company who makes these. So.
Oh, it's sold out already.
Oh my God.
Nice.
That's awesome. And then,
That is hype.
yeah. And then show the bag because it's like the
And
coolest
then
thing
Hila
ever.
was loving this. I was like, wait, it's a bag for water? I was like,
Yes.
all right. She's like, listen,
So,
here's the bag for your
It's
water
made
bottle.
of woven belts, and they're woven to make the 2-color thing that you guys are seeing. And it's got like that, I forget what this is called at the top. That thing.
The strap?
Yes. Everything about, I don't know, I love all the details. And I carry a water bottle with me everywhere, so this is going to be life-changing for me personally.
That's very popular these days. People like to carry water with them.
This is me all the time. Everywhere you'll see me like this with a bottle.
So is that going to fit in it? Or
Yes,
that one will
that
fit?
fits. Mm-hmm.
So it's very flexible to all bottle sizes.
Well, it fits all of them pretty much. The one I have is like the main bigger kind of bottle that people carry, so yeah.
Nice. I'm about to do some push-ups here.
All right.
I'll do how many? If y'all will go buy some clothing, please.
Do 75.
How many push-ups do I need to do for y'all to go buy some shit? Oh, we got the little I'm recycled and I'm made in the USA. We're working. Is there any other ones? Oh, these prints are really cool.
These prints, we got to work with a person that I love on Instagram. Their actual account, let me tell you what it's called.
I
It's
love
a little
the
bit of
art.
a weird name, but we've been following each other for the longest time. They make a lot of fan art, and that's how I found out about them.
Oh, okay.
And we started working together, and now they've been making a lot of more graphics for us.
The art is great. And
Yeah.
I love how it's all laid out in the sleeves and everything. That's me every morning. Oh, you got it already?
You got it?
So did they do all this art? The same person?
Yes.
Oh, cool. So here's a little oh, it was Adin Ross. I was like, who called the Mona Lisa Elisa Ann? I was like, wow, I remember Hassan talking. It was Adin Ross. So here's our Lisa Ann portrait.
Yeah, you got in Discord the link to their Instagram if you want.
Okay, I like it. Picasso.
Picasso, Lisa Ann. Some might call her an art. Well, she is an artist, I guess. So here's another one. Here's a hat. The hat looks cool. It's all happening.
I'm wearing the velour tee.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Color.
Here, if you.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Nice.
And the Reebok earrings, which I'm so glad came back.
Nice.
Nice, Lena.
Thank
So
you.
this all just came out?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there's so much popping.
Mm-hmm. And then I think drop 2 is in 2 weeks.
Oh my God, wait, I need these shorts.
Yes, you do.
Square crossbody bag, I might like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I love these shorts, I love the shirt. We got the Chia Pet still, there's a few of those left.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, nice, Hila. Good job.
Yeah.
It's fun.
All right, stop stalling.
All right, so how many
Alright.
push-ups before everybody?
75.
What?
Just do 10.
75.
I'm not gonna do 75.
Just do 10, dude. Just do 10.
I can do more than 10 if it's for the people.
Do 11 for the people.
I'll do 15 for the people.
15? What color is
Just
15?
show this before you
I don't know, black.
Black? Okay, got it.
Just black, like all numbers. Roman numeral, black.
Lack of imagination.
Oh, I know this person.
Yeah.
I follow her too. I think it's her. I don't
It is her. Her name is Chan.
Flesh.png.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's super. Whoa, she's super talented.
Mm-hmm.
Her style's so versatile.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. We love that about her. Flesh. All right. Who's ready to... Speaking of flesh... I don't know what that... I don't know why...
Speaking of hot man muscle meat.
That's it. Time to cultivate this man meat. Go!
All right. Hey, that's
Yes,
too
those are
too
great.
hot for YouTube, bro.
The technique
Too
on
hot.
that.
15 for the people.
15.
1,
2,
Okay.
3,
Well,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 12.
wow. That's something.
Money, Ethan.
Money.
Okay, Dan was immediately talking shit. Why? Because I wasn't going low enough for you?
You need the full range of motion,
Technically, you're supposed to go a little bit lower than you were going.
Okay, well, I've been doing it a lot.
I don't.
No,
I'm
Dan.
sorry you heard me. I'm not.
I will
detracting
not be
anything from
fat
your progress.
shamed.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
I will not be ableized.
No, I will not ableize you.
All right.
Those were full motion push-ups.
All right.
I'm disabled.
And any other insinuation is pure.
Any other insinuation, then you're gonna need to come tell me. All right.
Okay. All right. Fair.
You're gonna have to go through me next time.
Your legs were fairly spread. I don't think I've ever seen somebody do a push-up like that.
But that doesn't matter for the difficulty, does it?
To be honest, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because I haven't seen anybody do it like that. Usually, when I do push-ups, my feet are pretty much together.
Because I got giant balls.
Oh, okay, fair.
They just need space.
I have big balls.
Like a pair. What do you call those things? You know what I'm saying?
These balls.
That thing.
The balls, they go.
Yeah. That thing is fun. I don't know.
Parabium.
Put your balls in my mouth?
That's what it's called.
Parabium.
Newtons, maybe. Newton's balls.
Clicking ball statuette.
Newton's fucking ball sack.
Yeah.
Mutant fucking ball sack?
Yeah.
Wait, what is the damn thing called?
It's like this thing you see in offices on the desk. You know.
Newton's cradle.
Newton's cradle.
Is
The like 5
Yeah.
I
beats.
think that is what it's called. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Newton's fucking balls.
Newton's cradle.
Yeah, that is what it's called.
I got a Newton's cradle swinging down here, buddy.
Suck these balls.
Took a while, but we got there.
Yeah. Still funny. It was worth the journey.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, watch out! I got a Newton's cradle swinging around here, boy. Watch where you're going. All right, thank you. Yep, so impressive. Everyone at home is impressed. That's
Ball
not
sack?
Gabe.
Yeah.
What?
Oh no, the title should be Willy Wonka Experience PowerPoint.
Okay.
Because it's not, you know what I mean? It's not a PowerPoint about Willy Wonka.
Right.
That would be a different segment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, completely different.
Not necessarily a bad one, but a different one. Gabe, what's going on? You getting your haircut at home? That's bougie.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to go to the Nick Nick show at Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Oh.
It's the weekend time to get fucked up, baby. All you pussies don't understand.
Do you guys start before 2 a.m. this time?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. What's going on with the barber? What's his story?
It's my man, Frankie, my man, who does my hair.
Hey, Frankie, what's going on there?
Hello.
Let's take a look.
What kind of cut are we doing?
Yeah, what's on the menu? Frankie, don't fuck it up. We're all watching. Oh, look at that fresh.
Oh.
No way.
Let's go.
Whoa.
Can I ask you a question? Are you leaving the bottom like that?
No.
Okay, I was like, why would you do our boy like that, Frankie?
Put me down right now.
That looks sick. Yo, I need to get Frankie on these tapered fades. Hey, Frankie, have you ever imagined what it would be like, what would happen if Ninja got a low tapered fade?
Imagine if Ninja got a low tapered fade.
What's that? Who on Gabe?
Ninja, the gamer?
Oh, the Ninja the gamer. Tapered. Long hair, right?
Did you ever wonder what would happen if he got a low tapered fade?
What would that look like?
No, not what would it look like. What would happen?
What would happen?
Just a tighter fade on the sides. That's about it.
Things would change.
Well, I
Maybe
wonder
they
what
think
would
that's
happen
a
if Gabe got a low tapered fade, and I think the answer is this. Badassery. Wait, I've never seen a barber with like a big ass light on the dome before. That's kind of fire. Is that just for you need that for your visibility?
Yeah, we gotta see. I gotta see what I'm working with.
That's great. I think that's phenomenal. I mean,
Professional.
We need,
it's legit, dude.
more light the better.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at this man. He is glowing. All right.
and wait for the wolf who should be coming directly.
Uncle ready.
All right, Gabe.
All right.
Well, it's Friday.
My weekend. Get my weekend, baby.
It's the weekend, baby. Let's fucking go. Whee! Let's fucking go. Fuck, baby. Fuck. Okay, good.
I'm the king.
We had to button that out. Good. I mean, F them, you know what I mean? Gabe, we love you, okay, buddy? You're going to have a good weekend? Any plans?
Plan just to get fucked up all weekend, baby. Because I'm the king.
That's my man. You're going to have a great weekend, and I'm happy for you because I love you, and I want you to be happy at all times.
Yeah, we'll see Zach tonight, baby.
Is that right, Zach?
Yeah. Nick always comes out and Gabe to my show, so I thought I'd go to Nick's show tonight and help him out with some of the guitar tracks. So, yeah.
Should we plug it? Or do you want to keep it low pro, Zach?
I mean, Gabe shouted out at the top of it.
But did he say where it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice.
Cool. Good luck, Nick.
So see y'all there.
Zach's going to need security. You guys got him? Like you don't expect like, Freddie, well, he's dead, but you don't expect like a Mick Jagger to come cruising in, you know what I mean? You got to
Yeah, I hope Freddie Mercury isn't there.
You guys got some
That'd be
security,
wild.
Okay. All right. Nice. I like what he's doing there.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
Feels good.
Nice. Nice. Keep going. Keep going with the water. Just keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, wet them up. Get them nice and wet.
Just do it.
Keep
it up. Keep going.
yeah.
Moist, boy.
That looks relaxing.
Oh, he's soaking.
Now that's a haircut.
Keep it going. Yeah.
Tell him to bring out the whole ocean.
Bring out the whole
Tell him to bring out the whole ocean.
Out.
Oh, man.
Wow, now that's a
He
fresh
is moisturized, dude.
Damn. It's hot out. Ooh-wee.
Ooh.
Boy.
It's a hot summer day.
It's a hot day, baby. Let's keep it fresh. Breezy. All right, Nick, have a great show tonight. Gabe, we love you. Have fun, guys. Nice to meet you. What was the barber's name?
Frankie.
Nice to meet you, Frankie. Keep up the good work.
What a great service.
Don't
Look
forget
at
to cut the bottom. Yeah. All right. Very good. Bye, Gabe.
Bye.
Love you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
He's on, Gabe is on Cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys still on Cameo?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, on Cameo too.
How is Cameo going?
Be real, I've gotten pretty lazy with it.
Well, you really put some work into it in the beginning.
I
right?
think
you did.
I have Cameo burnout, to be honest with you.
That makes sense. It's really tedious. Yeah. And no offense to the lovely people that, are buying them, but it's very repetitive, I would imagine.
Yeah, it can be.
Right.
But if you want one, Zach Lewis.
How's the walk?
If you want a really enthusiastic, high quality camera, go to Zach Lewis.
If you want low quality, come to me.
Yeah, he doesn't care openly. Zach was Mr. Quality, I believe. That was your whole thing, right, Zach?
I
Ian
would write you an original song. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm burning the fuck out of it.
Maybe drop that aspect. And Ian,
That's
are you
a lot
still
of
going on Cameo?
Yeah, I still get a few now and again.
Support the guys.
And I'm so enthusiastic about it. I'm so excited. We're feeling good over there.
Well, dude,
He lives for it. He really does.
I remember the first ones you put out, they were like straight up like
so
side
much work.
projects.
Yeah.
He was making
it was a lot.
fucking edits and shit.
Yeah.
That was not realistic.
You made like $20 for 2 hours of work. But it's supplemental income.
Mm-hmm. What you gotta do?
I do mine all in one take because I want them to come from the heart. So
No editing.
Wow.
That's how I would do it.
That's nice.
Yo, everybody. Here, I don't do cameos, but I'll do one for everybody. You just save this and send it to your friend. Yo, everybody, it's Ethan Klein. Shout out to your friend.
Wait, Ethan, you should start over. Cover your mouth where it would be the person's name. Try and make it look natural.
I'll maybe, because AI can add my mouth moves, so maybe I'll just be like, or maybe I'll just say blank.
Right.
Insert name here.
Right.
What's up, everybody? It's Ethan Klein. I'm here to wish blank's friend blank a super happy birthday. I want to appreciate y'all. I want to wish y'all Papa bless and family. And thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate that. I hope you remember. But I love you if not.
Wow. Yeah, that was nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Wait, I'm
Really good.
not done. I'm not done.
Oh.
Babe Nash. It did the thing.
Literally, for real, bro.
Classic.
Vape Nation.
I remember that.
Now cut it, wrap it, send it to the people.
Last time you'll ever see that man do that. Savor the moment.
It's on by the way, it's on an honor code. I will put my PayPal address in the chat, and you can just drop me 10 for each time you send it. Thank you. Vape Nation. Where are we?
We need to do our ad.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I even said this, but the other thing is, there's a Jay Shetty expose, and it's not clickbait. I don't even know how to convey that.
Jay Shetty expose, not clickbait.
Because you did that. Do you think the exclamation that you added, Dan, makes it more or less believable that it's not clickbait? I'm looking at the title. Dan put "not clickbait!" exclamation, and I'm wondering if you took it too far there.
Sans exclamation.
Willy Wonka Experience PowerPoint. Everyone loves that, right?
What if the exclamation was a period? Just like boom.
I would take out
that
the
powerful?
no clickbait.
I like the
personally.
note.
Because nobody's going to believe after all the time we've put into goofing on him that this isn't just another goof. You know what I mean?
Period.
I see.
Like, how do I convey that there's actually like a 50-page write-up about his alleged scandals?
No more joking around with
I was
Jay.
maybe, or I was right.
Jay Shetty exposed. This is not a joke.
Not safe for work.
Jay Shetty exposed a new article.
Told you.
That sounds pretty like.
Who said that? That was good.
I said that.
That's pretty good, love. It gives the credibility.
Yeah, that's what I did in the tweet.
Maybe we'll do that then, Dan.
I'm on it.
Very good.
And you need to get on thanking our wonderful sponsor.
I want to thank our sponsor here today. The one, the only, you know him, you love him. It's GamerSub.
It sure is.
Hell yeah.
It sure is. Yep.
Unleaded. Supercharged. GamerSub is so phenomenal. It helps people lose weight, first of all, because it's hydrating. It's got minerals. It has 0 sugar in it. So if you're looking for a sweet beverage, you're looking for some caffeine, you're looking for anything at all, hit a jug of GamerSubs. You're going to get your electrolytes. You're going to get your nutrients. You are not going to get lead. I don't know about nutrients. No, there's vitamins. I mean, vitamins are nutrients, right? Sometimes I just like to lick it up. It's so good like that. It is. It's like a dipstick. Remember those?
Yeah.
That's right. I think one of our fans actually baked with it.
They vaped with
it?
Baked. Oh, shit. I was like, don't vape this. Do not smoke this.
Don't do that.
Actually, Sigma Brain is our trademark flavor created right here in this very studio. After great deliberation and much tasting back and forth, we perfected Sigma Brain, which is a spicy margarita flavored beverage that will entice your brain, tickle your taste buds, and get your blood pumping. It's an aphrodisiac too, apparently.
This is not a real legal claim.
It's Alpha Sigma Dick. Wait, oh, that's Sigma Dick.
Almost. Good Sigma.
Sigma
kind of
Dick?
works.
Sigma Dick? I like
Sure.
it. Sorry about that. That's vulgar. Apologies. Yeah, we made this flavor. It's so good. And I'll tell you this, if you don't like spicy, you will still like this. It's just a tickle of the tongue.
Mhm.
It's just a little, but it's refreshing. It tastes great. And I love it. It's phenomenal. It's back in stock too. It's sold out.
Oh, it's back?
Yeah. If you guys want to support us, you
We're
want to
so
support
back.
support our sponsors, try out some Sigma Brain or a bunch of their other great flavors, you know.
All different flavors.
Go to gamersups.gg and use the code H3 to get 10% off your order. What was that? Gamersups.gg and use the code H3 to get 10% off your order. Ms. Kiff loves our flavor, actually. Yeah, that's a
really
proof.
good. That's
Absolutely.
really good.
Say that again?
That's really good.
That's a clean, that's a good
That's
clean
a good
right
sound
there.
bite, dude.
I think that
Solid.
was Ms. Kiff saying it's really good.
I think so.
That's really good.
So, whatever that means to you.
Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. Please consider supporting our sponsor. Thank you to them. Hey, come on. Pop it up. Put your hands in the air. Okay, like you just don't care. Hey, come on. All right, so maybe we should get it.
Nice, dude. So here's the deal. You wanted to talk about Zonka first.
Actually, yeah, that's a
the author of that article is going to be calling in about a half hour. So maybe it makes more sense to do some goofs and gaffs for a little bit before we
Okay.
get into it.
Yeah. People are saying, "Where's the waifu cup?" I just met with them yesterday, literally,
Right.
and they says they're going to start working on it. I don't know. I don't know why they were waiting to like see if we wanted to make some kind of custom shakeable cup design or something. And I was like, let's just I want to. You know, I like these ones. Let's
Yeah.
shake it up. Let's put some waifu.
Mm-hmm.
We've been, hyping that cup up for a minute.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump to conclusions.
People have noticed here Dune popcorn. My first response was Malik's got to be like eyes wide open.
What'd you do with that bucket, love?
How those bristles feel.
And popcorn, bro.
You know what would be badass, Dan, and true? If the popcorn was covered in red.
Oh,
like paprika or something.
Or maybe blue as a
Interesting.
live blonde.
Cinnamon? In the book, they say it tastes vaguely of cinnamon.
Smells of cinnamon.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Missed
if it looked
opportunity there.
red, that'd be fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they fucked that up.
Idiots.
Dumb idiots.
Losers.
Tired of people not being as smart as me.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. We have all this top of the show stuff. Yeah, so the author of this Jay Shetty expose I was getting to is calling in. So this is breaking news. Jay Shetty is crying. He's in my DMs begging me, please, no, don't. He says, after everything we've been through, I says, finally, you've come begging like I knew you would.
You said, Jay, there's nothing to discuss.
Oh, Jay.
Because that's what he said.
There's nothing to discuss. Enjoy your toy podcast. It actually feels a little weird though, because everything we were doing about Jay was like tongue in cheek. But now I don't think it's not like a hardcore slam, but it is interesting stuff. I don't believe that Jay Shetty's capable of doing anything wrong. I know I laugh on him because he's got fake eyes and he's a phony baloney, but I don't think he would do any of the stuff. So I'm here to defend. I'm here, if anything, to defend Jay against the slanderous accusations of this author.
That's nice.
Okay.
And I hope you know that, Jay. So reach out and let's do this link up.
I'm in a sea of slander and lies.
Jay, hook me up with like a university course or something. You know what I mean? Like put my name on. I'm just saying, like, let's get into business together. Let's make Ethan University.
Yeah, put your name on a building.
Would you pay for Ethan University? $7,000 tuition? That's what they pay for Jay's.
Yeah.
Do you think that I could teach somebody as much as Jay does? Because I don't, you know what I mean? What is he going to teach you? Oh, I was a monk. I sit there and think about shit. Okay, wow, good advice. I've got actually world street knowledge.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? Oh boy, sit there and listen to a fucking waterfall. Whatever. You don't have to pay 7,000.
YouTube knowledge. You got space knowledge.
Tons.
Roman Empire as of
Roman
the last
Empire.
week.
Pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Fairly good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could teach you.
You have a lot of opinions on numbers, we learned.
Right.
Numbers.
Strong
Elden Ring,
opinions.
tips and tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Tips and tricks.
Yeah,
You
Soulsborne
can-
games.
Talk
Super-
about
yeah.
like diagnosing people, self-diagnose.
I can diagnose
Course.
people if they send me their symptoms.
Yeah.
Send me their blood work and symptoms. I'll diagnose them. Yeah, I'm super knowledgeable about Elden Ring. If you guys want to looking for a course on that.
Right.
Nice. Jay, talk to me, baby. All right. Let's do top of the show. So how was you ended up coming with us, Hila. I was afraid because of the pregnancy that you might not join us, but you did.
Vegas?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great time, wasn't it?
Yes. I was so happy that I did actually.
We were
Because
talking.
that was fine.
You were great. You didn't. I thought she was going to be like in the room by herself. I was
Yeah.
the one in the room by myself. She went shopping and I went up for a nap. So I was the only one lounging solo.
Yeah, I brought this whole bag of stuff for drawing and things in the room. I never used it.
Because we had too much fun. We were talking about my drunk shenanigans and how.
I need a Max Ween.
Was I saying that?
Oh, yes.
Only a couple thousand times.
Yeah.
In a good way.
With your eyes like
And very
barely
loud.
open and leaning in every time. I need a Max Ween like that.
And you kept going, no, you
But-
don't get it. You don't get it.
You were saying everything like that though. With your eyes like that.
Yeah, I get super squinty when I'm
Yeah.
drunk. I don't know why.
My favorite little Ethanism was when we were playing blackjack and you were real toasted. Every time you wanted to hit, you'd be like, I'll take another card, please.
Yes.
And then you get the card and you thank you so much.
Yeah, that was good though. It was working. The politeness.
You would
know?
also tell the dealer what card they needed to give you at that
Dude,
moment.
you
And that
kept
worked a few
predicting
times.
it. Yeah.
I'll take an ace, please.
Yeah.
It came out.
You're like,
give me
that's
a
gonna be
10.
a ace, and it was an ace every time. You would call it. It was so
We
strange.
got to go back to Vegas. Why are we here? That was so much
Let's
fun.
go.
Yes, dude. We need to
I
go.
need the Max Ween.
I need the Max Win.
There
Oh,
he
I
is.
remember I was
Yeah.
doing that. I remember
the
now.
Max Ween.
Win.
Congratulations. Oh my God.
I probably sounded kind of racist doing that voice. Because I think Drake's a little goofy because it's like a Latina nanny or something. Or like nurse.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
But that's not me. That's him. I'm
And Drake is
imita-
kind of,
I'm
You're
imitating
just doing
Drake.
an impression of Drake.
Yes.
Right.
He's the racist one.
The context is missing.
Context matters, people.
I was losing at the table and I was getting so upset and sad. And I was like, I'm not having fun. And then I realized it's because I wasn't drinking.
No, but you kept going.
I ended up going up.
I forced her to keep playing.
Yeah.
I said, you gotta weather the storm.
Yeah.
It turns around. And
I was up like $600.
there you go.
I was telling y'all last week, you learn persistence from gambling. You learn to never give up.
That's right.
Yeah.
The meme is true.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I wasn't like a total maniac, because I would probably be up every time I gambled. Like generally, it seems like, I have a pretty good run. But what ends up happening is I get like too fucking amped up. And I'll be like, let's spice
All
up,
in.
baby. All my money.
All in.
It's fun.
Saw that a few
Fun.
times.
That's the game I'm playing.
It is fun.
Yeah, it was
Sometimes he's surprisingly winning when it goes all in, and then it's crazy. And sometimes you lose.
Usually it's bad because when I'm on like a fat win streak, like up big time, like nobody could ever touch me,
Yeah.
I put it all in.
Yes.
I need the Max Ween.
I'd be like, dude, it would be crazy if I doubled all this right now.
Yeah, we were up. I think we stayed the longest, and then we went to the buffet, and then we came back and lost.
Dude, I was up literally like probably $3,000 at one point. Even more.
From
Yeah.
a
Maybe
25,
4,000.
a 25 chip.
From a 25 chip, I went up
Money.
4,000. And then in like a
Pretty
course of 5
crazy.
minutes, I lost all of it.
Money.
Sorry about that. I know people at home are going to go, you fucking scumbag. And I'll say to you, true.
Let him live. Let the boy live.
No, it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys.
We
That
got
was
went above
really
and beyond.
fun.
Thank you guys so much.
We got to go back.
After the baby, maybe.
After baby.
Yeah.
Make it a tradition.
Yearly?
Make it a yearly thing or something.
Go to the Max Wayne.
I need the Max win.
Sam, I forgot. Sam had like a real degenerate gambler moment, and I mean that as a compliment. She was out like, you remember Sam? Are you here? She was like on the casino floor at 8 a.m. with a fucking Bloody Mary.
Oh yeah, that was pretty epic.
I was like, yo.
We were getting breakfast and she walked up to our table to come meet up with us, and I was just like, wow, this is some real Vegas.
A
shit.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Because I've been gambling all morning. But you cleaned up, right, girl?
No.
But did you have fun?
No, I sat down. I lost $100 instantly. But then I ultimately came back up. Overall, I didn't end super down. I was okay.
Good for you.
I need the Max win.
Anyway, that's about it.
Chat is asking, we didn't finish the strip club story.
I had so much fun.
I don't want to out anyone. I don't know.
What-
I'm not
what
going to say
hap-
names, but yeah, well, a few of us went to the strip club.
What was the
guys
story?
and gals?
Ethan and I were sleeping.
Yeah, they were
Man,
sleeping.
I wasn't going to a fucking strip club anyway. And I feel like as the boss, I got to avoid.
Yeah.
I don't want to be at the strip club with y'all. That's not the vibe I want to put forward.
You guys should've-
No one right but be boss, man.
My girlfriend and I went to Meow Wolf after when people were at the strip club. You guys should have came with us next time.
Oh yeah,
I
you.
wish I went with Cam.
Yeah, the
I
place
fell
was
asleep
awesome.
in the strip club.
Yeah,
I was
you
right in
kept
front, and I
falling
just was
asleep.
like this the whole
That
time.
is so iconic, bro. Those girls must have felt horrible about themselves.
No, I was
I kept
cheering.
nudging him. I'm like, wait,
There
where
was
is
one
he?
dancer came by. She was so nice. I'm like, I'm going. I was about to say I'm going. She's like, where are you going? I'm like, I was about to say to my wife. I'm like, it sounds kind of mean. I was like, oh, over there.
To my wife, you don't want to confess that you were.
It's not kind of, yeah. I don't know.
Here
I was
they're-
clapping
Why
for
are you worried
them.
about my
I was
wife?
cheering for them.
Yeah, I was enjoying. They're really talented.
For real.
It's amazing
Really?
what they can do.
The strength.
Like dance wise?
Yeah.
They do all that crazy flipping and
On the
sliding
pool.
and shit.
Wow.
Holding themselves up. Some of them just looked like they were floating and like
Yeah,
moving
she was like
their legs
upside down
forward.
on the pole. Like
Yeah.
her legs were up.
Wow.
And she was just like holding herself without her arms. It was
That's
amazing.
really hard.
So
They
are
have classes
Are
apparently.
they topless?
Yeah.
But they're wearing they're wearing bottoms.
Yeah.
Majority of them.
And that's gonna be good exercise. It's kind of a vibe. You
yeah.
get paid and work out. I mean, isn't that everyone's dream?
So many groups of old men that were definitely all married. Loved it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Vegas, baby.
It's Vegas, baby.
Including our Uber driver.
I was gonna say that was my highlight of the night. Was
Can we show that video? There's no nudity in it, is there? That story is fucking amazing. Ian, on their way home. By the way, the ladies were the one that were passionately spearheading the strip club visit.
Yes.
I want to speak in defense of my boys.
Yeah, I'll take credit for it. I totally wanted to go.
And that's not a
same.
that's not a
Yeah.
judgment. That's not a condemnation. I want to support my boys.
Oh, absolutely.
They're good boys. They
I
were
had never
dragged
been
along.
to one before.
Me neither.
And I've only ever Postmates from one. But I've never been to the club.
You Postmates from one?
Wings, right?
Yes, I got wings. There's a very iconic strip club in Atlanta that has the best wings like on earth, and I Postmates from
That is the most Sam thing ever.
Eggs and legs.
They're good.
I was telling Ethan, there's a strip club in Dearborn that has halal steak, which is so wild.
It's funny.
A lot of them have a great omelet bar. Just throwing that out there.
Omelet bar?
Yeah.
Who's eating
What?
breakfast at the strip club?
Degenerate.
The fuck? You ever been to the strip club buffet? It's phenomenal.
10 a.m. special, buddy.
Oh my. Thank you, by the way, to wow, that's a Russian name that I have no clue how to pronounce it, but thank you for the 20 gifted. It's Russo Barkakilda.
Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin.
Where is it? I want to see now.
It's like there's only 3 things. It's right here. Look.
Putin.
The back end's being all
It
wonky
doesn't
again
show.
today.
No, it doesn't show me that one.
Weird. It's all I see.
Look for the gifted.
All right. So anyway, thank you. Further drama. Further drama. We got the Beavo updates. I wonder if we should save that or if it's hype for Monday.
You can hype it for Monday.
Let's see. There's so much. The Beavo drama is really phenomenal. This kid needs
I
an
think we'll
award.
have to
He
make
needs a
this video,
reality
I'm not
show.
gonna lie. I wanted to stay
Leave it
away
to
from
Beaver.
all the
Somebody
dark
said
side
that's
of
funny.
TikTok.
Leave it to Beavo.
Nothing giant has changed. It's just he's released a few. There's one specific one I want you to watch. That's
Dude,
very
he's so
funny.
hyped. That puffer is hype as shit.
Yeah, I love the color.
And the chain, he's fucking killing it, man.
The puffer. And all that because
Oh yeah, here's his name. Beavis Brandon. His real last name is Beavis. And I did not know that.
I'm not a part of this, you know, like I'm not a part of that life and I want to just have good content on my page. But when I'm getting sent loads of videos regarding this whole Sydney matter, it is just getting to me a little bit and it's getting to Sophia. And it just isn't fair on her, you know, so I just wanted to clear some stuff up. Like, I'm not the bad guy here, you know.
That's what I
Do you know what I
saying.
mean? With whatever Sydney's saying about me, I've blocked her on everything because it's unfair on Sophia, as I keep saying. But when I'm seeing two individuals just leeching and taking advantage of Sydney, well, I could say three individuals really. It's just petty. Like, I've gave Sydney a platform. I made her quit a job. She's now making a good income. She chose to do only frenzy, however you want to say that. Listen, good on you. Crack on, innit? Do your thing.
Crack
But
on, innit?
when you got leechers out there that are just leeching for views and I'm still living in your head rent free, it's crazy. And it's just like, why are you putting yourself in this position? I'm not the bad guy. I took you on holidays. I bought you anything you wanted. I didn't care. And not even now, I don't care. I'm not going to ask for it all.
Sounds like a nice guy. He sounds like he did everything for her.
Yeah,
I believe him. He said he's not the bad guy. So
I mean, he doesn't look and
So,
sound
yeah.
like the bad guy to me.
I do wish you all the best.
He doesn't look
as
like
I
a
say,
goon
like,
in a Guy Ritchie movie or anything.
He's gonna be here on Monday. We gotta show some respect. I'm gonna kiss.
I'm
the ring.
saying I believe
I'm
him.
gonna kiss the ring.
Yeah.
Let me see those sausage fingers. Don't swallow them. Beavo. Should we keep watching this?
Yeah, he says one thing that like made me laugh out loud.
Okay, Beeves.
like, but just be careful who you're working with, because it seems like I've been sent your videos and you seem so uncomfortable in half these videos, and I've seen one about you driving, which I know you can't drive anyway because of like your eye. I'm gonna put it bluntly, like you can't even get a provisional. Do you know what I mean?
Damn.
It's, yeah, and they're just using
That's
you for
cold. Wait, why can't she drive? Because I know she has like a lazy eye. Why can't you drive?
You can
Okay.
drive. No, that's not even what I was talking about too. Like
That's
that's
it.
crazier.
That was not. He's like, yo, and also you're blind. No, can you drive with a lazy eye?
Let's.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Well, I think you would have to be able to pass the eye exam, and if your vision is
Maybe her condition's more complicated than
I
It
had
could be.
I had a high school teacher that he had the worst wonky I've ever seen in my life, and that motherfucker drove a stick shift like no one's business.
So I don't know
So,
what
yeah,
you're
there you
talking about. You know? Is there some kind of corrective eye surgery you can get for that?
I
these
believe
days?
so.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for some cases there is, but I'm sure certain cases are different.
Yeah.
Interesting.
views. Like, fair enough, you're going out, you're enjoying your content days, you're getting your content and that, but in a month's, 2 months' time, they're going to move on to the next girl, and it is just petty, and there's so many dickhead boys out there. So many dickhead boys that just take advantage of women. It's wrong. It is
right.
wrong. And it is sad to see, but Sydney done what she done. Don't get me wrong, our relationship was a bit rocky towards the end.
Innit?
She didn't, seems like she didn't trust me. So I went Ireland. Stuff got taken out of context. And she thought
Should
I
I
was
keep
cheating.
watching?
There's one line where
Okay.
he says, "Yeah."
Okay. Let's keep it up, Beeves.
In which I never would cheat on anyone. Yeah, and then I ended up saying that I've had enough. I can't put up this no more. I've got stuff to do. I've got stuff to get on with. And we end up splitting up. So yeah, as I say, good luck, Sydney. All the best. As I say, I don't want to argue. I don't want petty drama. I'm happy. I'm glad what's happened because I've met Sophia, and Sophia is literally, at the minute, the love of my life.
Oh my God, bro.
Already?
She's pregnant, apparently.
Already?
At the minute.
He said, "At the minute, she's the love of my life."
Right at this minute.
Thank you, Sydney, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have fallen in love. The love of my life.
How long have they been
Till next
together?
weekend. I think like literally when she announced she's pregnant, I'm like, I don't even think they've been together long enough to have a positive pregnancy
my
result.
God.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we
it's
have to
possible.
ask.
They've been together less than a month. But after it was like 1 week of dating and they're like, she's pregnant. That's not possible, right?
I don't know.
Like even if you
It takes-
conceive at perfect ovulation
Right.
time,
Then there's still like 2 weeks, I think,
at
until
least.
you technically
At
miss
least.
the period, and
At least.
maybe like 5 more days.
So,
I don't know.
it's a shame though because the world needs another little Beavis.
Yeah.
We call them the Beavers. Beavis
Obviously
and the
down to
Beavers.
earth, we're so similar. So in sense, everything happens for a reason. So thank Jesus for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
But yeah, I don't.
So that's Beavo. I have so many questions for him. It's going to be really a fantastic episode. It's going to be fun. I really do love him. And I will say it again. I was one of his early champions. I brought this to the table when they laughed in my face. They spit. They said, why are you watching this? Who cares? And I said,
That was me.
sorry, pipe down. Pipe down, Dan. Also, not to out you, but pipe down.
Yeah, it's true. Ethan was sending the Beavo clips before it really went viral. He was always dropping it in the group chat. I
He's watching them
usually
at
skip
home too, cracking up, and you'll be like, "Look,
Oh,
look
yeah.
what he's eating."
And I showed to Hila, I'm
And I'd
laughing,
be
and
like-
she goes, I don't get it. I was like, did you not see what I just saw? I was like living in Beavo world. Nobody understood me.
I think Dan now is the most invested. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, he gets so
Totally.
fucking hyped. We got Beavo update. Let's go.
What do the Peaky Blinders have to say about Beavo?
He's down.
What?
I only
He's
have one
down?
line I could say is a Peaky Blinder. That's and it didn't line
Peaky
up.
fucking blinder.
Or
So
the
say do
Peaky
your line.
fucking blinders.
That's the.
Ain't that right, Tom? I could get into Arthur a little bit, but I need a little run up.
That's all you got? That was your line? Peaky fucking blinders. Well, I didn't dress up like, Charlie Chaplin or whatever.
Charlie Chaplin, fucking Peaky Blinder.
I'm a fucking Peaky Blinder.
You kind of got like a Bert the Chimney Sweep thing going on too.
Ooh, well, that guy was that guy from Mary Poppins. He had a really funny accent. Ooh, cheerio, mate. It's funny, iconic. That's what British people sound like. What are you talking about,
Isn't that Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah.
He's not even British.
Oh.
dude? Okay, the original Mary Poppins movie is so iconic, and Dick Van Dyke shredded and was charming, and Mary Poppins was very charming too. I remember. I think as a child, I remember. I think it was the first time I was like, "That's a beautiful woman." Maybe I discovered my not in like a sexual way, but like I was like, "Oh, maybe I had a moment of like, I'm attracted to women." Maybe.
Wait, was Mary Poppins sexual?
No, she was very pretty though. The actress. No, she wasn't sexual. She's just very pretty.
Julie Andrews was your sexual awakening.
Hold on, I didn't even know who the actress is. Mary Poppins.
I think that's, you probably aren't the only one.
Mary,
I don't know
again,
if I've
she's not
even
walking around in a
watched
thong. Mary Poppins original. I don't.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's
That's
pull it up.
me.
Yeah, she's super pretty. The character was. I love this movie, man.
She's the goat when it
I don't
comes
know
to
if
that
I've
stuff.
seen this movie.
Oh, for real? It's really cool. Yeah, it's a great movie. Was that based on a story, or was this like an original
It was
screenplay?
kind of, sorta. Like Disney made that movie, about the creation of it.
It was
It's
a
really
book
cool.
first, right?
I don't know if the kids would like it. It's pretty old, but you might like it.
Children's fantasy novels.
Who's the actress? Let me see.
Julie Andrews.
She's so amazing.
Julie?
I'm seeing people back you up in the chat.
Okay,
I'm
good.
seeing other people say Julie Andrews was my awakening. So
Wait,
you ain't alone.
she's still around.
Wow.
She's still alive? No way.
Yeah. Same with Dick Van Dyke too.
Wait, he's still alive?
He's like 99.
He's
or
super
something.
old.
She's 88. So there's something in the fucking production of that movie. It's got these people
There's a
still
little
think
magic.
Maybe the magic's real.
Bigger with the medicine.
Yeah, here she is from Mary Poppins. I was a kid. I don't know how old I was. I was a child. I was like, oh, she's
She did it for you. Huh?
She's beautiful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Spoonful of sugar, my dude.
Yeah. She's got an umbrella that flies and shit, and she can do
Right.
magic.
Mhm.
I was always so jealous. Like she does a magic and cleans the room for them,
Oh.
and I was like, oh, dude, that would be the shit.
That did it for you, huh?
And then
You know him.
spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. You heard that before?
No, I've heard it, but I didn't know what.
It's a Mary Poppins song. This is me and Mary Poppins. What's poppin', Mary? Come around here often.
Stroking as hard and fast as we can.
I can tap dance. Yeah, but you know that the chimney sweep guy and Mary Poppins, they fucked. They definitely did. For sure.
I think they fucked even when he was covered in the soot too. You know.
That's part of the joy.
Yeah, they just couldn't wait.
You ready to fanfic?
She was sort of an awakening for me in Princess Diaries.
The old lady.
My youth, yeah.
You got a good point there, dude.
Wait, Princess Diaries.
She was the queen of Geneva. Was that how you say
Genovia.
it?
Genovia.
Oh, was that her?
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, she was
Not
the
Anne
queen.
Hathaway. Anne Hathaway's
No,
the
I know
other one.
Anne Hathaway is not.
Yeah.
Oh, but she was in this movie.
Yes.
Oh.
So yeah, I see where you're coming from.
So wait, what? So you're saying? Say that again, AB. You wanted to fuck the grandma?
She's a pretty older woman.
Okay. Cool.
You're still popping.
Right on.
Sick.
Sick.
Dude, she's still going. That's great.
People are agreeing. $2 donation from Josh. Julie is and will always be a smoke show.
Oh,
show.
I love. That's my favorite way to describe a beautiful woman.
Show.
She's a smoke show, baby. All right. So, anyway, we love you, Beavo. We'll see you on Monday. Meanwhile, we've got the author in the chat room or the Zoom
John
waiting room.
is his name.
John.
John McDermott.
So this is John, who wrote this article. I'll pull it up right here. Uncovering the Higher Truth of Jay Shetty by The Guardian. And here he is dressed like, what's this outfit, man? It's like he's wearing, doesn't this look like a 70s disco outfit? Like, what is he doing?
Idiot.
What are you wearing,
he looks
man?
good.
Even that pisses me off.
The hands are a bit robotic.
Yeah, loosen up.
Nice and big, though.
Jackass. Uncovering the Higher Truth of Jay Shetty. Now, this is a profile by John McDermott, and it is a long. This guy dived in deep, and it covers a lot of ground. And there's lots of good stuff and a few negative stuff. So what we're going to do today is completely ignore all the good stuff, which is probably 90, 80 or 90% of it, would you say?
Yeah.
Or neutral stuff.
Neutral. I'd say about 80% maybe.
So we're going to ignore all that.
Makes sense.
Look at that Austin Powers get up right there.
Why is he wearing this stuff? Is he
Yeah,
in the
baby,
chat?
yeah.
This is his fit in my in the cardboard cutout that we have here.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, shit.
Iconic look. That's an iconic look.
Yeah, baby. Is he in the chat?
I'll let him in right now if you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Stand by. And let me just get this connected up.
Here he is in the People's Choice Award, Santa Monica, California, at another award show. Man, don't you have some monks to inspire? He called him the Tom Cruise of Krishna.
All right. We have John on the line. John, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
What'd you say?
Hello.
John, I hope you're not maligning Jay Shetty today. That's what you said his last name is, right?
What?
You said malign.
What?
Thought that's what I
McDermott.
heard.
Yeah, not anywhere close to the word malign.
What's your last name, John? McDermott.
Hey, my name's John McDermott. We met before, Ethan. You and I.
Yo.
Met?
I remember.
It's all connected.
Yeah, I profiled you years ago. Remember for Mel Magazine?
Wait. We met?
I interviewed you for 3 hours.
No fucking way.
Oh my god.
No shot. I'm sat with you for
Take no
3
offense,
hours?
Ethan. Memory.
Was it a
is
call?
goldfish-like.
It was a call.
Okay.
Ethan, I profiled you for Mel Magazine. I wrote a story about you.
It's
very early in both of our years. This was probably like
It's probably
maybe
online,
8
but I
years
still
ago.
don't believe it. Was it nice?
It was nice. I was a fan.
Thank you. You were, huh? Where'd I lose you?
Today.
The switch from live streamers, I can't keep up with the live streams. I've got work to do.
I understand. Well, that's
very
John, thanks for
But
calling in.
Jay Shetty has brought us back together.
Absolutely. All roads,
what he's all
roads
about.
lead
He's all
back
about
to
brick
Jay.
building.
So thank you for calling in. First of all, I don't know if you know that we've had somewhat of a silly, kind of
Beef.
lighthearted obsession with Jay Shetty. So I'm like dialed in. I think I'm the only one that's ever called into question his credentials, his character, his
The color
motivations, his eye color. Yeah, his eye color we suspect may be a procedure.
It wouldn't shock me the levels that he's gone to deceive and his levels of dishonesty. It wouldn't shock me at all if he were wearing contacts or even got some type of cosmetic procedure for his eyes.
So tell me, walk me through the process of being assigned or deciding to write this story and kind of where you started and did it end up where you expected or what was the journey like?
Yeah, and I'm glad you asked this question because when I really started to dig into Jay and discover a lot of stuff that made it into the investigation, his publicity team tried to kind of portray me as some kind of obsessed fan or obsessed hater.
That would be me.
Yeah. I did not know who Jay Shetty was until his publicity team invited me to write about him for Esquire magazine.
So they invited you.
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely. He was doing publicity for his new book, the book that came out. It either came out early 2023 or very late, like late December 2022. But early 2023, he came out with 8 Rules of Love, and he was going on a book tour for it. And I was a contributor to Esquire. I had written a profile about another self-help influencer that is represented by the same PR agency that represents Jay. So they emailed Esquire and they were like, hey, we have this other client of ours. He has a new book coming out. He's going on tour. We liked what John did with our other client. Would he be willing to come out to the LA show and cover his book? My editor asked me if I was up for it. And I wasn't too hip on it, but sometimes, a gig is just a gig. And that's what I went into it thinking. I was like, I'm just going to go execute this assignment and work on something else. So I will admit, when I first met Jay, I was a little unprepared. I had made it like 75% of his way through his second book, had not read his first book. Met with Jay at a hotel in Santa Monica, kind of right on the beach. He was staying in a swanky hotel. We had lunch, we did an interview, and my initial kind of thought and my initial kind of take on this piece was that we're now kind of living culturally through this moment where Western capitalism is kind of subsuming all of this Eastern spiritualism and kind of watering it down, and it's kind of being mixed in with influencer culture and kind of wellness culture, and just kind of like a take on the entire wellness space and how it's got some kernels of truth to it, but it's kind of mostly bullshit. But my impressions of Jay at that time were that he was just kind of corny. I just thought it was kind of lame, which, it's not a crime, but I did not expect that it would go this deep. So I think, I think I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll make fun of him a little bit in this profile. But then I go to his live show, and I was pretty appalled by what he did at his live show. And that's what kind of...
I didn't even know he did a live show. So what is his live show like?
It's, first of all, it's more than 3 hours long. It's close to 3.5 hours long. There was an intermission. It's him on stage just kind of doing a variety show, but with a self-help twist. So the first segment, he opened it with a rap, which I don't know if you know.
He rapped?
Jay.
A rap?
Yes.
Oh, I remember he
Kind
has
of
a
like-
microphone tattoo.
Yeah. His original aspiration in life was to be a rapper.
Oh.
Before or
and if
after
you- yeah.
monkdom?
This was like, so if you go in the article I show, one piece of evidence I unearthed is this really old YouTube video of him rapping at a Hare Krishna event when he was 18.
Yo, can you pull that?
It's so he got it pulled from the internet during the course of my reporting, but there's a web archive link that is linked in the piece, and that should be able to pull open the video.
Love that.
Yeah, he's wearing, I think he's wearing like a Shady Aftermath t-shirt while he's like on stage rapping. I think he wanted to be Eminem, you know, he wanted to be a rapper. So where was he going with this?
So
the live show.
you're at the live show, yeah, and he did something that you found gross.
Yeah, he did a couple things I found to be kind of gross. He brought this woman on stage and he was, you know, talking about, you know, distraction and how we can't be present because of our phones. Again, really kind of basic, unoriginal stuff that you can find anywhere, which is Jay's MO. And he's like, well, to demonstrate, you know, the need to be present, I'm going to put you in this sensory deprivation chamber. And on stage, he had kind of de facto sensory deprivation chamber, just kind of black curtains in this box. And he put this woman in there and put noise canceling headphones on her and just made her sit in there while we watched from a live feed, just watching this woman kind of uncomfortably fidget inside the sensory deprivation chamber before 3,000 people.
Did she know that you guys were watching?
I don't think he even told her that.
Oh, that's weird.
If I'm remembering
yeah,
correctly,
that's pretty
he didn't
odd.
even, yeah, I was like, that's kind of bizarre. And then the thing that really struck me as exploitive and inappropriate was that he asked the question to the audience. He was like, you know, who's someone here who's been having trouble with a relationship in their life? And that could be anybody, right? Like everyone has trouble.
Sure, yeah.
With the relationship, yeah. So he brings this woman on stage and she tells this, you know, very moving, sad story about how she's been estranged from her brother for years. They haven't talked. And then Jay makes her call her brother on stage in front of everyone.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a Tony Robbins thing. I fucking
Very
hate
Tony
that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That's so gross.
Whoa.
And I guess it was supposed to be a lesson in confronting things that you're avoiding. Anyway, but I thought it was pretty bizarre. So the call goes to voicemail, and Jay takes her phone,
Oh my God.
hits call cancel, and immediately recalls the same number to try to get this guy to answer. I mean, he took the phone. He did this himself through her phone. Doesn't pick up again, and then Jay instructs this woman to leave a voicemail, and we just listen to this woman pour her heart out to her brother, who she's been estranged from for years, and it was deeply uncomfortable. I distinctly remember the woman who was sitting 2 seats to my right. She audibly said, "This is mortifying."
Wow.
I had to agree. So I talked to some other people who had gone to that show and were fans of Jay's previously, and they said, I didn't enjoy it. The vibes were all off. It had very much kind of a Joel Osteen kind of mega church somewhere in rural Colorado kind of vibe. But a lot of people ate it up. The people I was friends with had my similar feelings. So then I was like, well, what do we know about this guy? And I started to look online, and that's when things really kind of took off.
That's very interesting. So the uncomfortability that you got on the watching his live show was the motivation for you to dig and ask questions more about who this guy was. Yeah, I hate that Tony Robbins shit. Like Tony Robbins made this documentary. This is an aside, but for Netflix, it was supposed to be super inspiring.
Yeah.
And I found it so creepy, and I was like, wow, this guy is fucking sick, like really. And his whole shtick is doing like exactly like you described, which is like,
putting people on the spot and with something that should be so personal, and there's so much pressure on them.
well, it's also all fake. Cause like he'll be like, yeah, call and resolve the issue with your husband or whatever. And like they're gonna resolve it on the phone because like it's really awkward and weird, and there's like a surge of emotion, adrenaline and stuff. But it's not gonna fix the problem. Like we followed up on some of these cases, and like it doesn't ever fix anything. The people, they'll end up back on the same track as they were.
Yeah,
it's not real.
Totally.
Yeah.
And when you're up on that stage, you don't want to be the one who ruins the show by not going along with it.
Right.
So they pressure these people into doing these kind of public displays of emotion, which to your point are ineffective and not appropriate to begin with. So anyway, so then I started looking into his background. And one thing that kind of stuck out to me was that in reading his book, here's this guy who markets himself as a monk, but then you read his book, so little of the content of his book is about his time as a monk or anything that he learned there. It is all just pop psychology that he's pulled from elsewhere and that you can find from any other number of sources. He's just basically an aggregator. He's a fucking BuzzFeed list.
And you're talking about Think Like a Monk.
Well, I actually read his second book first because that was the one that was new at the time, and that's the one that I was supposed to be covering. And that one's about how to better manage your relationships. It's called 8 Rules of Love. But I subsequently read his first book, and I have them right here. I don't think I'm on the live stream, but I can show you my extremely heavily annotated versions of both of his books, where I just kind of painstakingly went through every single claim that he made about himself.
Wow.
Which was kind of part of the investigation. Yeah. I mean, can you see me right now, Ethan?
Yeah, everyone can see you.
Yeah.
Can you not see us?
Gotcha.
Just making sure.
Can you see me?
I can see you. I wasn't sure if I was on the on the live stream.
Yeah, everybody can see everything.
So this is my
wow.
This is my copy of 8 Rules of Love.
He did deep reading.
Yeah, that's a lot of annotations.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That represents a lot of hours of work, huh?
I mean, I've been working on this legitimately for nearly a year. And so anyways, I start to look online, and then I come across Nicole Arbor's video. I don't know if you know the Nicole Arbor video that was released, I want to say 2020 or 2019.
Arbor.
Isn't that the girl who, like a YouTuber?
She's like a YouTuber.
She's a YouTuber, yeah.
Wait, what happened with Nicole Arbor and Jay Shetty?
She was the first person to call out Jay Shetty.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, she
I
has
had
a
no
video
idea.
from 4 years ago being like, he's full of shit.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, hold
I
on.
watched some of it
Nicole
last night.
Arbor, she a trailblazer on hating Jay Shetty?
Apparently.
I sent the link.
Yeah. I mean,
No shot. She was like, when I was coming up, everyone was just like shitting on her for being
what
like.
was it for? I forget.
She made a video like, "Dear Fat People," one of those things where she's like, "You're fat, and everybody hates you because you're fat and you suck."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Geez,
Yeah,
that's
she
like
has
mean for no reason."
she has a controversial past of her own.
Right.
But 4 years ago, here it is. Sure enough, Jay Shetty is full of shit with 50% downvotes. People are riding for their boy.
Yeah, I'm one of them as a fan.
But she pointed out some very clear examples of Jay being a rampant plagiarist, and that's what really piqued
Wow.
me. Yeah, plagiarism makes me so upset, and I don't know why culturally we're so quick to excuse it. I don't know why people gave Fuck Jerry a free pass. I don't know why they gave the Fat Jewish a free pass.
Yeah,
It's
those
just
guys suck.
I mean, Ethan, you can attest to this. It's so difficult to make a career as a creative professional. The idea that you're going to build your career by stealing other people's original work and passing them off as your own, it really rubs in the wrong way.
I hate.
But
By the way,
also-
I made a whole video essay about Fuck Jerry like a few years ago. I hate that guy. That guy sucks so bad.
Yeah, they're all fucking terrible.
And recently, there's that video that came up. What was his channel where he made a video exposing so many channels on YouTube that.
H Bomber guy's video.
Yes, H Bomber guy.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that? The H Bomber guy about plagiarism? You would love that.
Yes.
No, but
you should definitely watch
You
that.
should check it out. So many channels will just do like video essays, and the whole thing is just plagiarizing other sources.
like word for word.
Word for word.
But here's the problem: is by the time the Fat Jewish or Fuck Jerry get found out, or in this case Jay Shetty, they're already so famous that they can retain their following.
Yeah.
And then they can revert to creating some original content, where they can revert to, still using other people's content, but giving them credit, which is still kind of an ethical and legal gray area. And by that time, everyone's like, all right, well, they made some mistakes when they were younger,
Right.
but it's fine. But it's like, but they never would have gotten that famous had they not done that in the first place. So, but aside from,
Well, I'm not familiar with the plagiarism claims. Like, what was he stealing?
just other people's social media posts, or famous people's quotes, and
Did you pull up
presenting them
receipts
as
of
if-
that?
Yeah.
So hold on, we actually saved a bunch of examples because I'm quite curious. I want, let's see. Jay Shetty, if you want daily inspiration, come and find me on Instagram. Most people don't start because they don't want to be seen starting at the bottom. Don't be most people. So what did he steal in this, AB?
So scroll. That's July, and then if you go a month earlier down below in June, this person tweeted basically the same thing. Or
most people never start because they don't want to be seen starting from the bottom. That's like verbatim.
Yeah.
So a year later, or was it a month later?
A month later.
He just ripped it word for word. That's crazy.
Totally. I mean, just
So is it the
verbatim plagiarism.
So did you find that it's the same in his book, like the self-help stuff?
No, by that time, so this happened before the book. By the time he was writing the book, he had gotten better about crediting other sources.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that kind of pinged my radar about that is that it's so easy to get caught plagiarizing online.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't though. For when he was doing this, it felt like you could get away with it. But now, as technology and people have become more keen to it, then everybody's who did it is getting busted now.
Absolutely. So, but even if at the time some people were getting away with it, you have to think that it's so incredibly easy to pull up this post, pull up that post, show them side by side, show the respective timestamps, and then it's very clearly an act of plagiarism. So my thought process was, well, if he was willing to plagiarize so brazenly, what else is he willing to lie about?
Sure.
And that's when it really kind of kicked into high gear. I found all these Reddit threads from people. There were anonymous, but people claiming, hey, I'm from Jay's religious community. I know him personally. He's full of shit. He's as fraudulent as it gets. And I started reaching out to them, and that's when it kind of entered a new phase.
Whoa. I want to read this one. Here he plagiarized Tony Robbins, which is interesting. As we know, he stole his whole shtick. Tony
Well,
Robbins.
his whole flow, man.
Tony Robbins. Tony
but
Robbins
that's
has got
the thing.
gigantism, and Jay Shetty has the eyes. You need a twist, like a physical twist. Do what you did in the beginning of a relationship, and there won't be an end, said Tony Robbins. Jay Shetty said, do what you did at the start of your relationship, and there won't be a finish. Oh, okay. So he changed
two
the
words.
You know.
Yeah, he changed the name.
Here's another
But here's
one.
the thing. Tony and Jay are friends. Jay is just a symptom of a systemic issue, which is that this whole kind of wellness influencer industry, they all just kind of pass each other around on each other's podcasts. They support each other. That's why no one wanted to speak out about Jay, because they're all in on the hustle together.
Yes.
He shows up on their podcast. They show up on his podcast.
What do you
They get a little bit bigger. He gets more legitimate. It's all just a big hustle for all of these people.
What do you have any thoughts on this dude Darman, who I've flagged down as being a kind of a weird, shady dude, and also with a dubious background too, and where he comes from, and they're like best friends, and they do a podcast together.
Oh, they still do a podcast together.
Or I don't know if they still do. I think they do.
I think that they do. I'll verify, but at least as of a few months ago, because we talked about it.
Do you know? Yeah.
I know Darman had held up Jay Shetty and kind of helped launch his career early on. But I did not know who Darman was until I started looking into Jay Shetty. Again, this was an entire world that I was,
You should look into Darman next if you're looking for an assignment, because that guy's a weirdo too. But this is funny. He goes, this one is just like a anonymous quote. I think people forget that having an experience doesn't have to mean skydiving, going to every concert, or partying until 5 a.m. It can be a meaningful talk with someone you love on a quiet Saturday night. And now here he rewrote it, but he wrote his fucking name in to the meme.
Yeah. He would put his name and sometimes his watermark on there as if it was a Jay Shetty original.
He changed the day as well.
So it's original.
It's a Friday night, not Saturday.
Friday's good. That's smart. That's good. I feel that on Friday. He said, having experience doesn't have to be skydiving, doing drugs, or partying until 4 a.m. It can be a deep conversation on a quiet Friday night. Man, it's incredible how little he changed it. He didn't give a single fuck.
There was another really good video I watched early on that inspired me to take a deeper look. And that was by Kaya's World, another YouTuber, Keya. If you look at that one's actually very well done. She is she's a former journalist by trade, newspaper journalist who has started her own channel, kind of calling out the wellness industry and just the various people within it. But that one was influential.
Jay
inspirational
Shetty is
for
a
me, too.
fraud. This one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting. It doesn't have a lot of views. This is from a year ago.
It doesn't. She does great work and does not have a viewership that reflects the quality of her
Well, let's give her a shout out. Kaya's World. Jay Shetty is a fraud because he's got that YouTube. He's got his finger on the faucet, man. He says to that video. He whispers in the CEO's ear, because he's at everyone's wedding. He's doing brisses now. Did you know that?
He's doing what?
He's doing brisses now.
he's now he's a Judaism influencer.
He's
as well,
mixed
too.
into every damn thing, man. It's crazy.
He did officiate a lot of weddings.
He interviewed the fucking president of the United States. He interviewed Biden in the White House.
Yeah.
Like an extended sit-down interview. Biden does not give exclusive interviews anymore because he's
old as shit.
Because of his age and he's so prone to gaffes. But Jay Shetty got to sit in the Oval Office next to President Biden and get an exclusive interview with him about the administration's mental health initiatives when Jay has no mental health qualifications. I mean, I can't, it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, the first time I noticed this guy was 2 years ago, was it? When he beat us for a Streamy Award for Best Podcast. I was like, who the fuck is Jay Shetty? And why is he beating me? And I was like, wow, okay, this guy Jay Shetty. The next year, he's nominated again, same category, beats me again. That's when the war begins. Not just against Jay, but the entertainment, I've killed a man, but they'll never find at me. But anyway.
Ethan, I thought about you early in my investigation because I found, so Jay actually has 2 YouTube channels. He has the one for his podcast, which is very popular, but he has a less popular one that is just his personal channel. And on his personal channel, he has a video about how to read a book a week. And it reminded me of Ty Lopez.
Totally.
Yes, one of your early targets. But if you watch the video of Jay, his keys to reading a book a week are to not read the book. He just tells you how to skim through the book.
That was Ty. Yeah.
That's basically what he said.
How do not read
He's a New York Times best-selling author telling you, like, oh yeah, you don't have to read this shit. Just fucking
you're right. And at least
just fucking skip through it.
Ty Lopez is the guy that bought Radio Shack. Nobody's really taking him that seriously.
Wait, is that legitimate?
He did. He bought Radio Shack and turned it into a cryptocurrency.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it means, but he did. He bought it for like $15 million because they were about to go bankrupt.
It's interesting you bring it, Go ahead.
I have a question for you. I always feel like self-help people in general, and I will generalize in this case, I feel like they're always all a fraud. And then that's a hard statement, but because you said you wrote about another guy before.
It was a woman named Tinks.
Okay.
Again, somebody who wasn't really on my radar until I got an assignment from her. And look, I'm not against self-help. Every single self-help influencer. Do I believe there are people out there that can help people? Sure, absolutely. But I think if you are going to pose yourself as someone who teaches life lessons, who teaches you how to live a better life, then the bar for you should be exceptionally high. And in the case of Jay, he marketed himself dishonestly. And, because one piece of criticism and kind of defense of Jay that I keep getting is people are like, well, so what? So, he misrepresented his past. He's still out there helping people. So what? And I find that piece of criticism so baffling because the implication is that it's okay to lie to get ahead.
Yeah.
It's okay to lie to achieve a goal, which is in of itself kind of a ethically complex kind of idea, but it's kind of crazy when you're somebody who markets yourself as this virtuous holy man, and meanwhile you're being dishonest about who you are. I can't believe people's standards for their spiritual gurus would be so low.
I tend to agree with you, Hila. My thing with self-help people is like, no, I feel that nobody's really saying anything unique ever. But
Totally.
whenever I get the red flag, and a lot of it's self-apparent, But whenever I get the red flag, it's when they start selling these courses. And Jay,
Yeah.
I didn't know until recently, he's selling courses.
Mm.
He's selling
Oh, boy,
seminars.
is he selling courses.
And he's selling university, fake credentialed universities.
So one, to my earlier comment about when a lot of people would respond, they'd be like, all right, well, what's the harm being done? So he's lied a little bit. Eli got a lot of people saying the same thing you said. It's like, all these people are full of shit. Who cares if there's another bullshit self-help person? But when you are charging people $7,000
Yeah.
for a life coaching course based on fraudulent claims about who you are, that is material harm being done. And not only was he being dishonest about his own qualifications, he was being falsely advertising the legitimacy of the school. And once I found this out, then things would really kick into high gear. So go ahead. Yeah.
I've got that video of him rapping. That might be fun to watch here. Here it is, one sec.
MC Remy D.
Oh, MC Remy D. My boy. Let's see it. Spit.
I think that says Shady Aftermath.
Wait, is he? It's not a Slim Shady shirt.
Yeah, Shady Aftermath, I believe.
Oh, that's a Slim Shady?
Yeah, that's his clothing
Oh,
brand.
he's definitely doing Slim Shady. Mom Spaghetti.
I can't make out the Aftermath, but it obviously says Shady in the bigger
Yeah.
screen. So a note about this video. I want to make a note.
Go ahead.
So this video is from summer of 2006.
Oh, wow.
Jay has repeatedly claimed that he had never met a monk until 2007.
Liar. We got
this video
him.
obviously refutes that.
Maybe he never turned around. Maybe that was the only monk in the building, the guy playing the violin, and he never turned around.
It's behind him.
Well, you keep watching the video.
Okay. Maybe it disproves it. Oh shit.
Yo. Yeah.
No way. No way.
The beat is good.
We engage ourselves in Christmas service. It's so perfect when that's your aim and purpose. Still pressed me to check myself as a person. So my mind's clear, I transfer is perfect. I know I'm getting perplexing in here. I'm not the only one in the section here. Every person here's trying to persevere. The KC lost in this world so severe. Give more benefit than a whole career. Now just hold it there. The shizzle. I feel blessed around such incredible spirits. Writing incredible lyrics. My son is the Lord, that's a sparking thoughts. When I'm thinking of Krishna, my heart's in course. Whatever you possess, Krishna's the source. Wish I could go back and start this door. The journey of my soul and heart's been yearning. Burning to give up, I'm most inside heaven. See His grace every day more than I'm deserving. I'm swimming through hazards. Caught in a whirlpool,
I want it annotated. Have you read the lyrics, like every word he says?
No, I have not. I haven't gone.
We got to annotate this.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get an AI on this? I actually want to know all the words. I think it's
See
important.
what we can do.
to know.
The audio's pretty muddy.
I found that shirt, and the back of it says "Trust us."
Yeah, it is a shady shirt. We found it.
For shizzle.
Yeah. So where was
I need
this?
to hire you guys as research assistants. You guys are good. You're
Yeah,
quick.
we're fast. We're good, and they're working overtime on my ass. They have the hardest job in the world. Where did this take place? This freestyle?
It was at France. So Jay tells this origin story that he was totally uninterested in spiritualism. He didn't have any type of spiritual life until one day when he's a freshman at the university at Cass Business School. Cass has since changed its name because the guy Cass was involved in the slave trade. So it's now Bay's Business School. But he's a freshman at Cass, and a monk comes to give a lecture at the school. And Jay is so incredibly in awe of this monk that he decides, you know what? This business life, that's not what I want. I want to go learn from this man. And that's what kind of sets him off on his spiritual journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that story is that Jay grew up in the religious organization that the monk is from. He didn't meet a monk for the first time when he was at university as a freshman. And this is, again, documented in the piece, which I found documentary evidence showing to that contradicts that story, that video being one of them. So the summer before he went to university, which is when that video takes place, he went on kind of like a youth group retreat through that religious organization to France.
Oh, so
and that religion, yeah.
Wow. So he's deeply embedded with the organization.
His father was an accountant at one of the temples in London.
That's such a weird lie.
Did he just think it was like a better story to
Yeah,
sell?
maybe just, you know. Is it possible it's harmless and he's just trying to tell, he's like, this is a better story for my mythos.
Yeah, that's certainly possible. I mean, only Jay knows the reason why he would, you know, create this self-mythology about himself.
Mm-hmm.
But because he wouldn't give me an interview when I requested. So
Did he know your angle before or after when you requested? He did.
So kind of taking a step back. At first, when I found all of these kind of Reddit threads being like, hey, Jay, this guy's not who he says he is, I went back to Esquire and was like, look, I know you guys were looking for a fluffy profile of this guy, but all I have right now is a lot of smoke. It's no fire. I will admit I don't have the goods yet. But it seems like there's a lot here to warrant taking a deeper look in this. And they shut it down. They were like, we want nothing to do with this. They were not interested in running an investigation, so they killed the piece.
Can I ask you,
And,
do they pay,
yeah.
so how does it work? Do they pay you for your time up until that point?
Typically, so good question. I hadn't submitted a draft yet. So if you submit a draft and then the publication is like, yeah, we don't like this, we're not going to run it, typically they'll pay you like 50%.
Okay.
But I had not done that. So they paid me. They were really concerned about, the editors at Esquire were really concerned about running afoul of Jay's PR agency. And the PR agency, you know, if you write poorly about one of their clients, they can be like, yeah, we're never letting you talk to any of our clients again.
Who's that PR? I need a PR. I need those kind of PR, man. I need
Called
scary.
Align PR.
I'm gonna connect. Align. I need you. We need.
So if you look, Align PR also
heard that
represents
name.
Matthew. Yeah, they also represent Matthew McConaughey.
I think they're really brave.
Hey, look, come on. He doesn't his own self-help bullshit now.
Yeah, he's a self-help grifter now too.
That's their whole thing, man.
Yeah.
I tell you, now that I think about it, I think I could teach people some things.
Yeah,
I'm about to align myself.
Yeah.
You know what?
The H3 school.
I'm so sorry. I have to use the restroom so bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna run and I'll be right back, and then we'll continue the conversation. Apologies.
Let me ask you, do you have any opinions or are you familiar with Gary Vee?
Ooh, good.
I've met Gary Vee before.
You have?
Yeah. Grabbed wings and played darts with him at South by Southwest years back. So before I was like a magazine writer, I wrote for Advertising Age. I was a media reporter. I covered the media industry. And obviously Gary is a fixture within the media. And at that time he was getting his advertising agency off the ground. And so was being very kind of heavily applauded within the advertising industry. At that point, he hadn't morphed into this, you know, public speaker, influencer type of guy that he is now. And again, I thought, you know, kind of corny, but ultimately kind of probably pretty harmless.
Mm-hmm.
He's taken a different road since then.
Yeah.
With Gary, I mean, he's obviously, you know, just shares a bunch of banal platitudes online that to any discerning person, you know, they would appear hollow, which they are. But has Gary, you know, lied about who he is? I don't know, you know, I mean, it's just different levels. And this is not a defense of Gary, you know, the whole kind of influencer hustle is not something I'm interested in defending, but
yeah.
With Jay, I think it's just it's a different level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Different perspectives.
Yeah. I was a Gary Vee fan for a while, and then as more stuff came out, I'm sorry I missed the beginning of the conversation, but with the V friends and a few other things, kind of lost me.
Well, the thing with Gary, and I think there's overlap with Jay and his life coaching school, is now everyone thinks they're just going to be this wildly successful
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneur,
Yeah.
and that they're going to get to make their own hours. You know, they're going to this hustle culture thing where they're just going to be able to, you know, make 6 figures doing some fake email job, working remotely, traveling to Bali, you know,
Yeah.
sending emails from beside the pool. And it's like, life isn't like that. I mean, the crypto is the same thing. It's like, there's this entire generation of people that think they're going to take the shortcut to
Right.
success, which by virtue of my job as a journalist, I've interviewed a lot of successful people. And by and large, successful people are people who worked really hard for a long period of time until they broke through. It's just not,
Yeah.
it's not as simple as these people make it seem. It's not like you get a life coaching certification and all of a sudden you're making 150 grand, you know, giving people unlicensed therapy through Zoom,
Right.
which is, you know, what the life
Ooh.
coaching hustle kind of is.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so just while Ethan is gone, I'll just say,
Yeah.
I went to Esquire. Esquire killed the story. They didn't want anything to do with it. They kind of paid me some money to agree to kind of go away and agree that I wouldn't use anything from the
Really?
interview. Yeah.
Wow.
A small amount, I mean, not a lot. I mean, there's not a lot of money in journalism to begin with. But they were just like, look, we'll pay you a kill fee, even though they technically didn't owe me one because I never submitted an article for them to even kill. It got killed before it even got to that stage. But I told them, I was like, you know, I'm going to take this, I'm going to shop this around. I'm an independent journalist. I work as a contractor for publications, but I don't have any exclusivity with Esquire or any other publication. And so then I shopped it around. I ended up selling it to the Hollywood Reporter, and then it got killed again for a second time.
Oh my God.
Was that
Jay's
the-
publicist
Yeah. Okay.
talked some shit to the editors there and kind
Wow.
of portrayed me as an unethical reporter. And they were like, look, we want nothing to do with this. But eventually I found a good home with The Guardian, which I cannot tell you how grateful I am for them because, you know, Jay said, you know, between his publicists and his lawyers, he was pretty aggressively trying to get this story killed. And
Yeah.
they stood tall. They resisted it. So
UK press.
Yeah.
They're much more open to.
I'm surprised
to
that
exposés.
they have such like so much power over the reports that actually go out. Like, I'm surprised they don't want a story, if it's true, that they don't want a story just because it's negative. You know?
Well, I mean, yeah, you would think, but it's also kind of a function of the state of journalism and the industry just being at such a low point right now. This kind of work, again, I've been working on this for a year, and obviously there were lulls in the work. You know, I wasn't working heads down nonstop,
Yeah.
24/7 for a year straight. But stuff like this takes time and takes money, and it's labor intensive. And with a lot of publications struggling, a lot of them are like, look, it's just not worth their time. And it's not worth the potential legal fees if there is ever a legal battle.
That's true.
So, I mean, you know, it's a calculation on their part as to whether or not
That's
they want to
true.
do it. But
Yeah.
the reason why I went to The Guardian is because I read a previous piece in The Guardian about Jay. And the author of that piece had since become the features editor. And I could tell that he was a little slippery. And I was like, or I could tell that he was skeptical of Jay just by the wording of some of the stuff. So I sent him an email. And he was like, you know, I always thought there was something a little shifty about that guy. And by then I had done a ton of background research and created a very detailed timeline showing why, just showing that by Jay's own statements, his story couldn't be true. I mean, he's such a sloppy liar that he has contradicted himself in the timeline of events, you know, throughout his, you know, between his books and his many, many interviews. He couldn't keep his own story straight.
So I want to get more into detail of some of this stuff specifically. Before that, though, coincidentally,
And this message
somebody posted this to our subreddit. Jay Shetty's been running ads on our fucking show, which is great. I love that about him. Keep it, you know what I mean? Like, beggars can't be choosers.
John, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to kill this interview. Turns out, Shetty's
gotcha.
actually paying us right now.
Jay, keep it coming, please.
Cut them off.
Here's Jay. Let's see what he's selling. This is for. Does it say free training? That's not what it's called, is it? I mean, let's see.
Then this message is for you. In short, I've set a goal for myself to help change the lives of 1 billion people around the world.
Modest.
But I can't do it alone. I'm looking for someone who is genuinely willing to learn and grow and wants to help others do the same. If that sounds like you, then I want to show you how you could turn your passion for helping and empowering others into a rewarding new career.
Yeah, this is like the most red flag shit
That's
ever.
such a red flag.
Like, pay me so I can teach you how to make money.
And let me guess, you make money by recruiting other people to make money.
But this is so slimy. Like, you can't be
You're
self-help.
very,
You cannot do
very
it.
astute, very astute. So, well, we can get into the life coaching stuff.
Yeah, so
or
let me go.
where
There's a few
Yeah.
things specifically I'll ask you about. So his backstory is suspicious. His monk credentials are suspicious. Then we get into the
Well, about that, you know,
go ahead.
He claims to have spent 3 years in India. In contacting those people through Reddit, I ended up talking to a bunch of people who are from ISKCON, which is short for the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, kind of more colloquially known as the Hare Krishna movement. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Hare Krishnas, but they used to dress in orange robes and they would be out in public chanting Hare Krishna, which is their mantra. They were once very kind of visible in the culture and kind of mocked, but they've since kind of gone underground because they have a deeply controversial history, you know, child sexual abuse, corporal abuse of children, marrying girls off to men twice their age, conspiracy to commit murder. There's an excellent
Nice. All the greatest hits.
Yeah. The greatest hits for a religious organization.
Yeah.
But there's an excellent documentary on Peacock about them.
Oh, I would watch that. What's it called? Do you know?
Yeah. I don't remember.
We'll look it up.
Yeah, you can find it.
Yeah. So I wanted to go back to the J. Shetty University, which costs $7,400 per term. They claim that they offer qualifications equivalent to a master's degree, despite what you found to be some problems with their accreditation claims. So what did you find out about that claim?
I really have to give credit on this to my editor, Sam Wolfson, because the life coaching school, my original take on it was that it's a pyramid scheme, which we can kind of get into later. But he was like, well, do we even know that it's accredited? So he was the one who really urged me to look into that. And if you look on their marketing materials, actually, I mean, they've since wiped this from the internet, but he was saying that the J. Shetty Certification School, which is Jay's life coaching school, was affiliated with different universities in the UK. And he named 4 different universities specifically. I contacted all of those universities, and every single one was like, we have nothing to do with Jay Shetty. We have never heard of the Jay Shetty Certification School. We don't know why we're on his website.
That's
we will be
super crazy.
That was when it became really easy to show people that he was up to something no good. Again, you can wave your hand. You could be like, look, he fibbed a little bit about his backstory. Every self-help influencer does it. But when you are falsely advertising your for-profit,
That's a lie. Yeah, that's a
school,
scam.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah, that's,
Well, can I ask you, if he, so he says he's affiliated with all these universities, and the claim was that, I guess, you could take his course, take it to one of these universities and like resume a master's course or something. So
That's crazy.
So was there any students though that attempted that were like shut down?
Not that I found. I mean, it might be out there, but I did speak to some graduates from the school, but none of them were attending with the intention of, trying to earn some kind of master's degree.
Right.
But, he specifically said the University of Chichester, or Chichester, as us Americans would say, that completing the J. Shetty certification school would help you would be kind of the first step toward obtaining an MBA at that university.
Wow.
I contacted the university, and the CMO of the university gave a pretty scathing rebuttal on the record in the piece. He was like, "We're very unhappy we're being mentioned by them. We want our names taken off, and we will be contacting them immediately to have that done." So every single one of these institutions distance themselves from the school, including the regulatory agency that is supposed to accredit.
Right, that was the other part. Ofqual, I don't know how to say that. Ofqual?
Ofqual,
Ofqual, as a regulatory agency in the UK, right?
Yeah.
They are a private exam certification company that evaluates and certifies accreditations. Why is that word so weird for me to say? Accreditations. It's the DIT.
The double D sound is tough.
Yeah, accredited.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
Accreditations. Okay. Anyway, it also claims that Ofqual, which regulates all exams for schools and universities, approved the qualifications according to their school's brochure. So that was an outright lie.
I emailed Ofqual and I was like, "Can you tell me more about your accreditation process, specifically as it pertains to the J. Shetty Certification School?" And they sent me the statement, which is in the article. Yeah, I mean, you can.
I have it here.
up in front
Or
of
do we
Yeah,
have it
please.
here? Is this it?
It should be in the article. I think we quoted them directly.
AB, is this it here? Or which one is it? Can you highlight it? It says, that's their direct quote. Ofqual said it does not regulate the school's accreditation. An Ofqual spokesman wrote that the organization would be contacting the school to have references to Ofqual removed from their website. Was that it?
So we didn't include the full quote, but I'm happy
Yeah,
to share
AB,
the
that's-
email I received with you.
Yeah, sure. Love that. But I get the idea too at the same time.
Right.
But I do
Yeah.
encourage everybody to do this. It's a good read, a good long read. The Guardian, it's on the Guardian, and it's
Here,
called
I'll
Jay
put a link to
Shetty.
the article in the episode description right now for anybody who wants to go read it. It's a good read.
Uncovering the Higher Truth of Jay Shetty. Yeah, I mean, it's all there. The other thing that kind of surprised me was that he's getting dogged by his ex.
Yeah, Chaitanya. Yes.
How did that come about?
So I started contacting these people on Reddit, and there were a number of people who are from the Hare Krishna community in London, British Indians who grew up in the Hare Krishna faith, good people, decent people who were like, "Look, I cannot go on the record trashing Jay Shetty as much as I would want to, because I will be ostracized from my community.
Mhm.
But trust that you're on the right track. Everything your instincts are correct." And they, throughout this entire process, I mean, I developed kind of friendships with these people because I've been talking to them for a year. They would kind of direct me in the right direction, be like, "You should look into this. Okay, this claim doesn't quite make sense." And then one day, out of the blue, I got a WhatsApp message, and I don't typically use WhatsApp, but in overseas, it's kind of the preferred messaging platform, from a woman being like, "Hey, I heard you're writing about Jay Shetty." I mean, I didn't even know it was a woman, but this person was like, "Hey, I heard you're writing about Jay. Can I talk to you?" And then I was like, "Sure, why not?" You know, at this point, I was following every single lead that I could find, which kind of put me on Jay's radar because I had contacted so many people from his past that got back to him that I was investigating, and that's why he was trying so hard to get this thing shut down before he could even, see the light of day. But I jump on the phone with this woman, and I was like, "Well, how do you know Jay?" She's like, "Oh, I'm his ex-girlfriend." And that's when I, that was kind of a big moment in this investigation. There were all these kind of different points where I was like, I have something else that will make this even stronger. And obviously somebody who knew Jay that closely, talking to me was good, but she did not want it. She did not want to go on the record until out of nowhere, just we had finished the piece. We were putting the final touches on it. And days before we were, getting ready to go to publication, she came to me and she was like, I want to go on the record. She had agonized over that decision for many, many months, but eventually decided it was something she wanted to do.
Did she mention if something happened that changed her mind, or was it just something she had thought about a lot?
She is a licensed psychotherapist, and she does not like the idea of someone like Jay giving people mental health guidance that is unlicensed and unregulated. And I think that was her primary motivation.
So
but,
what is it she told you? What is it she I guess told you that brought new light to Jay's story or character?
So I'm talking to all these people who are part of this religious community, and they were like, look, Jay's story, all of them told me on background, which is they didn't want to be on the record. All of them told me on background, they're like, Jay's story that he spent 3 years in India is bullshit. He was in England the vast majority of the time. He went to India for a few months. It's not like he was never there, but he was in Watford, which is a suburb of London. And he was staying at Bhakti Vedanta Manor, which is this huge, sprawling Tudor estate that acts as the headquarters for ISKCON, the International Society for Christian Consciousness, or the Hare Krishna movement. Fun fact, Bhakti Vedanta Manor was gifted to the Hare Krishna movement by George Harrison. He bought it for the church. Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I can't say a bad word about him.
Yeah. I mean,
But
if you guys are George, yeah.
If you do the cool Domino's meme, you could do Beatles.
George Harrison writes. George Harrison travels to India to Jay Shetty's downfall.
Yeah, Jay Shetty.
Yes. There's a clear line between the Beatles and Jay Shetty.
In a sense, you might even say George Harrison was a friend of the show.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I don't know how we feel about us, exposing his former religious community.
He would
he got into Hare Krishna towards the end of the Beatles run. If in fact, it sounds like you're a fan, Ethan. Did you watch the Get Back documentary?
Was that the
Peter
new
Jackson one? Yeah.
Oh, I haven't actually seen that one
You still
yet.
didn't watch it? I told you.
No,
to watch it
I've
like
just
20
been so
times.
fucking busy. I haven't seen a movie in like years.
Ethan, I've seen it. John,
Dan's seen
It's
it.
pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, very early in the first episode, George brings a Hare Krishna devotee to the recording studio, and you see him in there. So he was heavily involved at the church, and also the song "My Sweet Lord" by George Harrison, which he, off of his first solo record after he left the Beatles, he chants Hare Krishna in the song.
Yeah.
So the
anyways,
Hare Krishna thing is sounding kind of cult-like. I didn't know that about it.
that accusation has been made about Hare Krishna, but I don't want to say that myself. I've talked to a lot of people who are from that faith. The Krishna consciousness religion dates back millennia. Like Hinduism and the religious texts that it's founded upon are some of the oldest religious texts in existence. It's not, the religion itself is not any more of a cult than Christianity, Judaism, Islam. That organization, however, does have a controversial past. So, it's kind of like the Catholic Church versus the teachings of Jesus. Catholic Church, I grew up Catholic, deeply problematic history, right? But the teachings of Jesus,
we love.
Generally a pretty chill guy.
We love Jesus.
Yeah.
And he loves us. Apparently. So they say. So his ex called in and said basically, as a mental health professional, that he was providing inaccurate and potentially dangerous mental health guidance.
Yeah.
So that's it. There you go. So would we call Jay Shetty a total fraud, a mild fraud, or on a fraud scale 1 to 10? What are we giving him?
I want to be careful with what I say because
I'm trying to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
I won't force you.
The version that you have seen is a very toned down version of the initial draft I submitted for obvious legal reasons. You know, we don't use that term at all in the article. We've just very simply lay out all the evidence that I was able to accumulate over the course of my investigation. And I think smart readers can put two and two together. Okay,
Yeah,
Jay
for sure.
says that he wasn't involved spiritually until 2007. He had never met a monk until 2007. Well, here is an interview he did with an ISKCON publication saying that he went to this trip in 2006. Here's a video of him from 2006.
I can kind of imagine what Jay would say to you. He would say something like this. If I stole some memes or something silly like that when I was coming up, or if I lied about my backstory a little or fudged it a little bit, who cares? Like I'm doing my thing now. I'm speaking. I'm making original content. I'm helping people. You know, I'm interviewing the president. I'm become this real person. So why do you care about these minor details that happened in the past?
And I would say, well, how did you get there? What was it founded on?
Mm-hmm.
Founded on stealing other people's content, founded upon grossly exaggerating your qualifications, founded upon creating this origin story that appears to not have any merit. Again, when people, and I think this is why, you know, part of what's so amazing to me is that I should not have been the one to have written this article. The fact that no one got to this before me is kind of shocking to me, because the plagiarism stuff, that was out in the public for years.
Because he has some kind of weird thing going on with he's captivated the minds of all these like rich and famous celebrities, and it's just bizarre.
But I think the fact that he has all these famous friends, that he has such a big platform, that he's so famous, people just assume, well, he has to be legitimate. How would he get to this point? You know, it becomes kind of self-reinforcing, right? At a certain point, where just by the sheer, by sheer fame, people think you're legitimate, and no one ever bothered to wonder. It's like, well, what do we actually know about this guy?
Mm-hmm.
You know, no one ever was like, does the emperor have no clothes on? Actually,
yeah. I wonder what people would think if they could all see that that freestyle rap. Wasn't that bad, actually. It wasn't that bad. It was kind of funny. I do want
he's
that.
He's a talented guy. I mean, to your point,
right?
He's a good interviewer. People like his podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast thing is really what's kind of put him over the top and kind of elevated him to a new level of fame, because he gets all these famous people on there, and he is an engaging viewer,
Sam's
or
a
an
huge
engaging
fan,
speaker.
apparently. Sam loves Jay Shetty.
I mean, the real story here is that Americans will believe anything delivered in a posh London accent.
True. The
That's like-
accent and those eyes do so
eyes
much
do
for
a
him.
lot of work.
Be honest. When you first saw his eyes, what did you think?
I was staring so intently into his eyes to try to see if he was wearing contacts.
I think
I can't find any evidence of that. I know that's what everyone wants to know, but
But no, he has gorgeous eyes. It's really something. It really
it is. It's a great package.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that during his stage show and in his first book, Think Like a Monk, Jay has a section and a segment on the stage show dedicated to how an attractive package can, give us rose-colored glasses. It can color our perception of something. Where and this is a very common psychological trope, that if someone's more attractive, they tend to do better in the corporate world. We tend to have just a better opinion of people just based on their physical attractiveness. And that applies to Jay more so than anyone.
Yeah.
He's so hot.
Well, yeah, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Man, I would see, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, don't do it. But
I'm respecting
it's
you.
it's
I'm respecting you.
This was my ass.
But guys, if you want to read the whole article, once again, it's on The Guardian.
And it's in the description of the episode.
In the description, Uncovering the Higher Truth of Jay Shetty, written by the great John McDermott, who once profiled me. And this is a shrewd guy. He doesn't take profiles lightly, clearly. And from what I understand, it was a very good you thought I was awesome.
Glowing, just nothing but praise.
See, and Jay, do the math. I'm glowing. You fucking suck. Case closed. John McDermott.
Thank you so
for
much,
calling,
John.
Is there anything you want to plug or
Yeah.
talk about before?
If you're not the type of person who wants to sit down and read a 6,000 word article, I kind of broke down the article into kind of more digestible bits on my Instagram. So you'll see a kind of a story highlight there.
Oh,
that's
I'll link that too.
Yeah. No, I'll send you my Instagram handle and I'll send you my Twitter handle too. My Twitter is just at McDermott. You know,
And on Instagram?
It's Johnny McD with 2 underscores in between.
There you go, Johnny McD.
Johnny McD. Okay,
Thanks
cool.
for calling. It was so nice to connect with you to talk about this. It really made this whole conversation very interesting. So I appreciate you.
Well, yeah, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
All right, have a great
right,
day.
thanks,
Nice
John.
to see you again, my old friend John McDermott.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
That's crazy.
Wow.
First of all, that must have been the only time I actually ever gave an interview like that, because I remember I did it once in my career, and I remember thinking, no offense to John, I was like, that was so dumb.
That is so crazy.
And I don't think it was John, but I gave an interview once too, where like they turned the whole slant into like, made it somehow about like PewDiePie being anti-Semitic or something. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
I see.
Yeah. So John, we love you, even though that blows my mind. I talked with that man for 3 hours.
Yeah.
We love you.
What do you guys think?
special.
That was awesome. Seems like a good guy.
That's crazy, dude. This is what Jay would say. This is funny. Jay would say this if confronted: forgiveness does not change the past, but it does enlarge the future. And it has Paul Boos name X'd out.
Don't worry about that. You don't have to say Paul's name.
And it says Jay Shetty here seems to have supplanted the original name.
Weird.
Paul Boos is probably who he was telling that to.
Yeah.
Is what I imagine. Yeah.
The second.
Dear
Yeah.
Paul Boos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was addressed to Paul.
Bottom left-hand corner, obviously, where you put Dear Paul.
Hold on, we're having a technical issue. Oh, we got a technical. I do that. Dealt with that. Is there? I didn't know there was a post. I'll talk. I don't give a shit. What do you want me to say about it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me take a. Yeah. What do you guys think, though?
I thought it was great.
About the call?
What is there a post? I don't see a post on the subreddit. Yeah, I guess
maybe it's been removed.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess some people are mad that I said suicide bad. Another hot take from Ethan Klein, the Zionist genocide supporter. Thank you.
I thought the call was great.
Yeah, that was what was so interesting is like, let's start it as a goof.
Mm-hmm.
About
I
how
know.
everybody loves this guy.
Totally.
I didn't know anything about all this with like the plagiarism. I never heard anything about that. Nicole Amber was spearheading the movement.
Years ago, apparently. Wow.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked out that video that he linked in the article, but I didn't have any familiarity with her. I didn't realize she was infamous on YouTube like that.
Oh yeah, she was getting dogged on for a long time. Is she still uploading?
Not really. Very sparsely. Whatever that word is. Didn't she have some recent drama too?
Hold on. Why are people mad at me? I want someone please to explain it. Explain why you're mad at me. Go ahead. I'm dying. Please.
Are people mad?
They're mad about my comments about Aaron Bushnell on the See You Next Tuesday. My point was this. I think you should be careful about how you romanticize suicide because it's going to encourage more people to do it. That was my take. And that apparently enraged people. Unless I'm misunderstanding. Tell me why. I'd love to know why. Because I feel like when people are angry at me, they're looking regarding this kind of stuff. They're looking for any reason, and so I feel like if you are actually articulated why you're mad at me, it wouldn't make any sense. So I'm dying. Please write it.
What I saw.
Because you made fun of him burning. Okay, dummy. I joke about all this shit every fucking day, and now all of a sudden you gotta get all bitched out. Like, give me a break, dude. I wasn't even insulting him. I said. It was the joke was that it was distasteful, and I was complimenting his resolve, frankly. And the joke was that it was a compliment in a really distasteful way. That's my fucking humor. I do it here every day. And
I mean, it's especially on the members, which is a little more unfiltered.
Ethan gone wild.
Unfiltered by design. It's just kind of like Ethan is there. And
No, but I would say that joke on the podcast.
Sure.
And I joke about.
But if, especially on the members, you just kind of like shoot the shit.
Yeah,
Say whatever
absolutely.
about
But it's really annoying that like people they stand by like just waiting for any reason to call me. And by the way, call me a Zionist. Make it about how I support genocide, about all this horrible fucking shit to call me racist. Why? Because I made one stupid, insensitive joke that, by the way, they didn't call his character into question. It literally was just like, he was really good. And my point was that, like, his resolve was crazy. And the thing that, really struck me about that video was how he stood there.
That was my first reaction.
And I was like, wow, I didn't even think that anybody could do that. So, I mean, I don't know how to talk about that, but his resolve was incredible. And what I said was he's really good at burning alive. And I mean that as the most sincere compliment possible. He really is.
And it's obviously also a really dark, like, humoristic way to look
But then, so how are you going to take that and call me a racist, a genocidal, a monster? I mean, if you're coming at me with those kinds of takes, you are ensuring peace will never happen. Because you can't even have you can't even have any kind of dialogue where everybody isn't walking totally aligned with you. I never said a single bad thing about that man. Other than the compliment, not even the compliment because it's weird to say, but his resolve is nuts. His resolve was really remarkable. That's what I said. And that's what the joke was. If you can't deal with it, then, you're a fucking hypocrite. Because I make these jokes about all different topics, about all different sensitive things, about all different groups of people, every fucking show. And then when it lightly brushes on your shoulder, you freak the fuck out. And you bitch and you cry and you go and you try to find any reason to you know what I mean, to get angry. Give me a fucking break. Look in the mirror, loser. You're the problem. You are the problem. You are. I can't even have nobody can have any nuanced conversation about this. That's the problem. You know what I mean? So extreme. It really pisses me off because I never said a damn bad thing about that guy. And that's why I says when you need to explain your reason for calling me a racist, calling me a genocidal, a Zionist, which, by the way, Zionist is just another slur for being a Jew. You know how many people now calling fucking every Jew a Zionist? It's like, okay, just call me a Jew and get it fucking over with. Call me the K word. At least I'll know what you mean. It's just the truth. Not everybody, not all the time. But a lot of times, let's not fucking pretend that anti-Semitism isn't a fucking massive inferno of acceptable behavior right now on the left and the right. Nazis and leftists are dabbing the fuck up, saying fuck Zionists, And, again, it's driving me insane. I gotta fucking talk about it. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like there's just not a tidal wave of anti-Semitism gobbling up the entire discourse. It's fucking disgusting, man. And I'm doing, as an Israeli dual citizen, as someone who's deeply invested in the state of Israel, who's probably more sympathetic to the Israeli perspective than most people would be, I've tried so hard to pull myself to some kind of central ground where we can have a real conversation about this stuff. I'm pulled myself all the way to, outright saying that it's apartheid, that it's genocide, that the Israeli government is committing. And so, but you still want to call me a racist and a genocide and a Zionist. Why would you call me a Zionist if it wasn't just, oh, you're a fucking Jew? When I have said all the things that you want to hear from me, I want to meet you right in the fucking middle, and you still spit in my face. So give me a fucking break. Who's the problem? Scumbag. Scumbag. And you know what? I don't want to call out this because I'm going to say this because it pissed me the fuck off. And being an anti-Semite openly and proudly is now likes on Twitter. Frogan, she tweeted out, she goes, I have a problem with my Zionist therapist. Just call him a fucking Jew. I'm sorry, but you can't talk like that about any other fucking minority. I had a problem with my Zionist therapist. What'd you taught your Zionist therapist? Did you get those level of details from them? You had an in-depth conversation about the politics of Zionism with your therapist? No, I know what you mean. You mean fucking Jew. I'm not going to sit here and let my fucking people, be openly bigoted and racist. Fuck that shit. Nobody would expect that from any other minority. Nobody. It's disgusting. It is. And I'm here. I'm with you. I'm on your side all the fucking way. I'm on your side as much as I possibly can be. And instead of, holding hands and having a real conversation, you spit in my fucking face and you call me a Zionist. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. People get angry about what I said. That pisses me off. It's fucking absurd.
Think about poor Shetty. We've been making so much fun of the guy. Until now, we didn't even have a reason to. Like, now at least there's a reason. But the poor guy, there's been a war.
Excuse me.
There's been a war for no reason with the guy.
Nobody's defending Jay Shetty.
We're calling his eye collar fake.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
No, but I make fun of all different groups of people. And the thing is, again, if you look at my joke wasn't like, oh, look at this idiot. What a fucking idiot dying for a dumb cause. That wasn't what I said at all.
I don't think people were upset with the joke. I think it was that what I saw some people saying is that you were looking at it from like an all lives matter type view.
What did I say that was all lives matter?
By ignoring what his cause was rather than...
How did I ignore his cause?
Well, I'm just giving you what they were saying.
Well, I just want to know because people keep trying to say this shit.
Because you were talking about suicide.
Yeah. And I said suicide isn't good and people shouldn't glamorize it.
Yeah, and they were upset that you were
And by the way, let me clarify. If it seems like I'm angry at AB, I'm not. I'm fired up.
Yeah.
I love AB. Yes. And I appreciate that because I'm desperate to understand the perspective. So I appreciate that you're conveying it to me. So go ahead, please.
Yeah, no, that's it. Just that you were focusing on the suicide aspect rather than the genocide.
Well, yeah, the reason for that being is that was the part that, again, I've gone out and I've said that everything y'all want to hear about there being a genocide and apartheid and the fucking warmongering Israeli government and all that fucking shit, okay? What I'm seeing on social media is not people saying it's not about genocide or whatever. What I'm seeing is tons of people glamorizing, romanticizing a man taking his own life. And I thought that was that's a dangerous thing to skirt down. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't say a bad thing about the guy.
It just feels wrong to, like Ethan said, to glamorize something like that because that's just a dangerous idea.
That's my point. And I feel like that's that's at least, even if you disagree, a good place to have a conversation.
And it's not really about what he was protesting at all.
Again, I complimented his resolve as a person, you know what I mean? But that's my problem is that people, they're watching with the expectation, they're looking for any little nugget to get indignant over and to call me a Zionist. Mm-hmm. If you call me a Zionist, you're anti-Semite. You know why? Because I'm not a fucking Zionist and I've made that exactly profoundly, deeply, deeply clear. So when you see someone on Twitter, when you see someone in the audience calling me a Zionist, what they're calling me is a fucking Jew. Because that's the only goddamn thing that means at that point.
Right. And I feel like anyone who's a fan of you should know like how you talk. Like they should like I don't know how it's not clear that that's not what you were saying. That should, you know, from the joke aspect too, that you're just making a joke, but
I mean, that video is shocking and mind blowing, and
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it brings a reaction out of you, and so it's not that weird to comment about the video.
I see people saying this too. No one is glamorizing it, dude. I don't know what world you're living in. If you don't see that, I don't know what to say. Like people are literally glamorizing it. I've seen images of him on fire, being like, "Free Palestine," and they're turning him into a cultural, they're trying to turn him into a cultural icon. And whether you agree with that or not, you know, and not to comment on his cause, which is, I said, again, is just, and I understand, and his resolve is incredible. But I do think that, you know, trying to ignore the fact that the man killed himself and that there's probably not some mental health issues at play here is remarkably, what's the word? It's like reactionary. It's what it is, which is why it remarks me as so fucking odd that this is coming from the left. They're exhibiting really reactionary traits when they're saying like it's not suicide. Because here, this is the way I explained it, and I think this is good. When you watch the video, he's pulling the gasoline on himself, and he's a fucking icon. Okay, good. You can believe that. I'm just trying to have a conversation about it. If somebody came and stopped him, there was guards and like, "Excuse me, what are you doing, sir?" Right before he, you know, lit himself on fire. If someone was able to tackle him and prevent him from lighting himself on fire before he did, and, you know, get him some mental health evaluation and get him some help and stuff, clearly he's in a vulnerable point in his life. Can at least say that. Now, in 10 years from now, do you think he's going to look back and say, "I wish I burned alive"? Or do you think he'll say, "I'm so grateful that I was stopped from doing that"? Because, and by the way, this man has friends, he has family, he has people that are going to be deeply affected by his suicide. And again, there's this magical thinking that it's not a suicide. That's just so weird. You know, it's not a suicide until it, we don't believe in suicide and we're pro mental health unless it's for a good cause. Then, you know, then go for it. You know, you hear this all the time from survivors of suicide attempts, that they have a moment of clarity that ultimately they're like, realize, I don't know if he went through that. I mean, again, his resolve was pretty apparent. But in 10 years from now, I'm pretty sure that he's more likely to say, "I'm glad I'm alive and that I was stopped," than not. That's my opinion. And so we need to, you know, I don't want other people to go do that because they're inspired by him. That's my opinion, you know. But you think it's glamorizing because he's not your hero, not your martyr, not your symbol. Shadowing it in mental health is the same move as transphobes. What the fuck? Charlie, can you... this is another comment I saw. They go, if it was someone burning themselves alive for Israel, you would be saying the same thing. Are you crazy? That would be even crazier. If someone was like, "I'm burning myself alive for Israel," would you be saying the same thing? Would you be like, "I disagree, but I respect it"? Fuck no. You'd be tap dancing on his corpse. You'd be pissing the fire out on his body. Give me a break. And you know what? I would think that was crazy. I think that's bananas. You know what I mean? So no, I don't understand what you're saying. And the fact that you can't even meet me at
Seems obvious that that's not what we would think. I don't know.
But anyway, I know what the conclusion of this conversation is going to be. It's going to be that Ethan's a Zionist. Ethan is an Israeli shill. Ethan is Islamophobic. all this types of shit that you fucking see about anybody who doesn't toe the line precisely as you want it. Not even disagreeing, frankly, just trying to have a conversation. So, in short, you know, suck my fucking dick. How about that? Fuck you. Fuck you people. Go somewhere else. Like, seriously, if you're that sensitive that I want to take mental health seriously, something that I've been deeply that I've spoke out against in my whole career. I've spoken out. It's made it one of the things that defines me as a person. Okay, if you can't tolerate a conversation in good faith, then you need to go the fuck away and go to a community that is going to just tell you everything you want to hear all the time and never make you feel uncomfy. There's plenty of them out there. Go. Don't fucking be here where I'm just trying, for the most part, and that's what I was trying to do, and that's what I do in every serious situation. I try to make levity of a serious situation. I do it every time. And if you're a fan of this show, you know it. I almost take it as a challenge when we're talking about something heavy, something horrible. When I get a donation, I try to make a levity. I try to make a joke about it. That's what I did. So you're a fake fucking fan. Fuck you. Get lost. I'm sick of it. Yeah, and if you want to call me a Zionist, just call me the fucking K word to my face. Have some balls. Just call me a Jew. Scumbag. Fuck you. Name a minority that everyone would just stand by gleefully and silently. I saw this TikTok that blew my fucking mind. This girl, she's on a train in New York. And she's like, I saw these Orthodox Jews on the train. And the first thing I thought was, are they Zionists? Get the fuck away from me. I'm like, bitch, you hate Jewish people. And that had like 160,000 likes on TikTok. Wow. So what am I supposed to think as a Jewish person when this is a celebrated opinion to be on a train with Jewish people and your first thought is, get the fuck away from me without knowing a single thing about them, without talking about them? That's anti-Semitism. I'm sorry to fucking spell it out. You know, and it's sickening. And so many of you just don't care. Because, you know, horrible things are happening in Gaza, which is true, and which I've voiced repeatedly. Yeah, people are saying move on. Listen, I got to get this off my chest. It's truly, truly, truly remarkable. She was a Jew too. Yeah, Jews can be anti-Semitic also. She was a fucking spreading anti-Semitic psychotic shit. I don't give a fuck if she was a Jew. Would you say the same thing to another minority? Like a black person on a train is like, get away from me, black people. Would you say, oh, he's black, he can say that? That's fine. No, Jews can be anti-Semitic. Jews can also be fucking hateful. I don't care that she was Jewish. It doesn't make it better. Do you think the 160,000 people liking her video were all like, oh, you know, we're all Jewish. We get it, you know? No. I don't fucking care that she's Jewish. She's crazed. Doesn't matter. You know? Just don't give a fuck. She has absolutely expressed anti-Semitic views. Dude, she literally said, get away from me to a group. That's the definition of racism. If that's not it, then it doesn't exist in this world. She looked at people of a specific identity and said, get the fuck away from me, without knowing a single goddamn thing about them. I don't give a fuck that she's Jewish. Yeah, is Ollie London not homophobic because he's gay? You know what I'm saying? Is Blair White not transphobic because she's trans? None of you would agree to that. So why are you expressing such dumb fucking thoughts in my chat? Why? Is Blair White transphobic? Answer that question. And then don't fucking express such moronic shit to me, please. It's embarrassing. Chestnuts. Play chestnuts, Zach. Please. Zionism isn't a race. Judaism is a fucking ethnicity, you idiot. Stop trying to carve out circles for you to be a fucking hateful, bigoted bitch. Fuck you. How about that, scumbag? Go ahead, play the chestnuts. Hurry. Thank you. That's the only thing that's going to save me. And you know what? I lose fans. I lose subs. I lose memberships every time I say this. And I don't... I got to stand on my principles, man. And what is it I'm even saying? Let's think about it. I'm fully in support of the people of Gaza. I'm with all of them. I'm with all you guys. My take was, let's be a little thoughtful of Jewish people, and also let's also be mindful that suicide is bad and contagious. Suicide is contagious. You guys know that? That's a phenomenon.
I didn't know that.
It is. When Kurt what's this Nirvana guy's name?
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain killed himself. There was like tons of people who killed themselves right afterwards. Yeah. That's you know what I mean? Keep the chestnuts going. It's the only thing that's gonna pull me out of this. If you have any other ones too, just keep them running. That's what I need. Charlie's got more to say. My partner is Jewish and they're going through a tough time as well. We talk a lot about the war. Oh, the El Salvadorian war and the stark similarities. What is happening? Yeah. Yes, Blair's a transphobe. Okay, thank you, Charlie. See, we came through to Charlie. Thank you. I love you, Charlie. That's all I want is a conversation. I don't want to be shouted out that I'm a Zionist. For you know. And like, if I wasn't a Jew, if I wasn't Israeli, half Israeli, I'm American, but I have Israeli citizenship. Would people be screaming at me that I'm a Zionist? If I was like, let's be careful about mental health and not encourage it. No. It's time to look in the mirror. You're a fucking anti-Semitic person. I know. Because being racist is the worst thing in your life. It's the worst thing you can be in your world. And yet here we are, calling me a Zionist. Keep it going, man. Anouk is the only one that can save us. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to make light of a heavy, difficult topic. That's what I fucking did. So go be angry. This is your time. This is your chance. Go be angry. Go to Twitter. Be with your people. Now is your chance. You've been waiting. Celebrate. It's time to call Ethan a Zionist and a racist and a fucking genocidal freak. Run in the pastures with your friends. Ethan's genocidal. Hold hands and skip in the daisies. Smell the beautiful air of Ethan being a genocidal Zionist. And then when you're done, you can handle my circumcised, tiny Jewish cock delicately into your mouth. Like a miniature, what do you call those kosher hot dogs that everyone loves?
Hebrew National?
Like a little Hebrew National appetizer plate with a toothpick in it. That's what my dick is. And you're going to delicately put it in your mouth, and you're going to like it. Enjoy. Enjoy, everybody. Let the haters feast. I'm here for you. Let us all enjoy. It's Shabbat, after all. It's Friday. Let's feast. Let's break the challah. Let's you know what I mean? Let's have a drink. It's time to feast. Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you, Zach. I'm ready to move on. Thank you. Any comments? I know people always say, I want to give it, if anyone wants to say anything.
Thoughts and prayers, everybody.
Thoughts or prayers, throw them up. Now's the time. Thank you. Thank you, Megan, for the gifted. Zionist. She must be a Zionist to gift me right now. Zionism. She must be a Jew. She's probably a Jew. Yeah. Thank you. And by the way,
Anouk must be a Zionist.
He's singing
so much on this show. It's
true.
gotta
This one's exciting. You know, I would be so much better off not even talking about this stuff, but I can't help it. I got to speak my fucking mind. That's who I am. That's who I've always been. And that's why you guys watch this show, frankly. And as far as Jews go, I'm about as un-Jewish as they come. Okay? I don't fucking care about any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about Willy Wonka. Is Willy Wonka a Zionist? That's the real question. Was the Candyland an allegory for apartheid Israel?
Mm.
Probably not. Probably not. But you never know.
What's that music? This is a little birthday at Chuck E. Cheese vibe.
You want to go to a pause screen for like 15 seconds? Yeah. Yeah. Just cut the audio, go to a pause screen for like whatever. And all right. How's everybody doing?
How we doing?
Yeah, so anyway, that Jay Shetty interview was crazy. Whatever happened between that Jay Shetty interview and now, it was great. I don't know.
What happened?
I just remember talking to that really good dude. It is kind of nuts, though. Yeah, Jay Shetty. I wonder how deep it goes. I wonder if he really is like a sinister underbelly.
My feeling is that it's not that sinister, but there is money involved in like selling stuff, and that gives me the red flag.
Well, the accreditation. Am I saying that right? Accreditation. It doesn't seem right.
I think you are.
Accreditation. That part is super scammy. Yeah. I guess time will tell.
And like that ad trying to recruit
That-
people
mm.
to then.
Yeah, and you guys would
Sell
never
it.
fall for that. So please, Jay, if you are watching, please spend more. Let's watch some goofs and gaff stuff, kind of do a palate cleanser here a little bit before we get into the other story of Zilly Zanka. DJ Khaled fell on a scooter. It was phenomenal. Now, there's been questions about if this is Khaled, right? Wait, it might not
Wait,
be.
that's hard to tell.
Dude, whoever it is, ate shit hard.
Chino.
And he's built like Khaled.
Together we're stronger.
I couldn't find a specific debunk of it being Khaled, so let's just pretend like it is.
It might be, though. I mean, well, that looks like Khaled.
It looks like
Let's
it,
just
but
go
also
with it.
doesn't a little.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. Wait,
it's so
that's-
hard to
I feel
tell.
like that's not him.
I feel like it's not him, too. But it's so hard to tell because he's so much like him. You can tell right here at the end. You can get a good...
I feel like that's AI Khaled.
I think he's skinnier. I think he's skinnier than DJ
Yes,
Khaled.
yes.
Ooh.
And taller.
Yes.
I mean, I hate
and
to be
taller.
that guy,
There's
but
something about the leg proportion to the body.
This dude has not been hitting finger licking Red Velvet Cake. But either way, it's great. I find that interesting that nobody's attempted to debunk this. Everybody's
They're just like,
it's
yep,
Khaled.
Khaled makes
I mean,
sense.
it's on brand.
It is. Just another spill.
Khaled wouldn't crease his J's like that.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
That's my only. In fact, when we were talking about, there's a video of him being carried because he didn't want to crease his J's.
Yeah, that's respect.
Right.
We like that.
I say as a Khaled connoisseur that this is not him.
I hate to say
And
it,
that is
but
my professional opinion.
the thing is, it looks so much like him. I would have never even
Another
thought
one.
about the analyzing that if Dan didn't say something like he doesn't think it's him. People are saying it's him. Do we do a poll?
Well,
I don't think it's him.
No, I think they're right. That's him.
well,
Like I said,
You're jumping.
it's so much funnier if it's him.
It
Can we
is.
just stop? Can we just
can
suspend
we
disbelief a
find
little bit?
more photos of him in this outfit or something to corroborate
Yeah,
the
please,
story
somebody.
here?
When you think about
Cam, Photoshop that outfit onto a real
No.
picture of Khaled so I can believe it.
Thank you, Amy, for the 10 gift. Appreciate that. Well, it reminds me of the one of him in the little mini cart. You know that one of him like doing donuts in the mini cart? Because like
Yes.
he has a history of
It's
riding.
definitely on brand.
Yeah, DJ Khaled, donuts and mini cart. I love that video. Where is it? Where's this shit? Why it's not showing up? I guess somebody look for that.
God
I
did.
know the one you're talking about.
You don't?
You don't?
No, I said I think I do.
Okay,
Oh.
okay, good, yeah.
There was one Cam and Love and I were cracking up at where he was showing off his sneaker collection. And he does the Khaled like phrases that he only understands. So he got these new shipment of shoes and he's like, still.
I don't understand that one.
Neither do I, but I feel like you have to be DJ Khaled.
Can you pull it up?
Can we watch
Yeah.
'Cause I've only ever heard you describe it.
Yeah, I have to find it. Hold on.
It's this one, right?
No,
No,
it's not this.
not
Oh,
this.
I haven't seen this one though. I'd like to watch it.
You gotta film it.
He's stuck. That's awesome.
Shit, you got life. There's roadblocks.
Life is
Don't let nothing
Roblox?
stop you. 'Cause we
It has
ain't stopping.
roadblocks.
Oh, I thought he was making a
We gonna keep
Roblox
going.
joke. Wait, that's not it though. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, that was the one I recognized.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on.
I don't know how to search for
DJ
it.
Khaled in a little go-kart. I mean, right? It's a little
Making
go-kart.
like circles, maybe type that. Making
Yeah, let me see. doing circles. It was like at Instagram or something. Do you remember that?
Yes, yes.
It was at Instagram.
Something like that.
Oh fuck! Somebody got to help me with that because I'll just get stuck here. Oh, you find it, love?
That's the one.
This is the
Zach
one
was
we
talking
were
about.
talking about.
Oh, still.
Still.
Still. Still.
What does he mean by that?
These are so beautiful.
Still
First of all,
clean,
you
maybe?
know what this is, okay? Don't play yourself. You know exactly what this is. Still.
Still?
Still.
What?
Still.
I've never heard somebody say
Still.
that.
He's saying it faster.
Still.
What?
Travis, congrats. Congrats. Still.
My favorite thing I've heard about him
Still.
or read about him recently is that someone's like he's on the spectrum.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Which
so
explains. Could explain.
He has to be.
Still.
Still, is he still going?
Still.
Khaled, what are you trying to say?
Still.
It's my favorite Cal video ever.
Still.
What are you trying to say, man?
Still. These are hard. Still.
It's a human soundboard,
Still.
dude. Saying it the exact same way.
Still.
You found it? Yeah, you found it.
Still.
I like the
Wow, that was
intensity.
powerful, Zach.
It's fucking amazing.
Oh, somebody, AB found it too.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
there
you,
go.
AB. Oh, yeah, this is it. Oh, it's in a shopping cart, like a motorized shopping cart. Look at this shit.
Still.
Shit, he's so shredding that.
Just
Oh,
like
he's at Snapchat headquarters.
office.
Okay. Dude, what the fuck? It's awesome.
I mean, would you ever be open to getting him back on? I know that's a big get.
Khaled's not going to come on.
You don't think
If
so?
he came on, I'd welcome him with open arms, of course.
Still.
Absolutely, I would, of course, man. Love me some Khaled. All right, that's good. This is also really a fun little detail. Brendan Schaub. Schaub or Schwab?
I think Schwab
to
would
be
be
honest,
with
I
a
don't
W, no?
I don't know which one.
Here,
it is.
but here it's spelled with a W, so I don't know if they're making fun of me, whoever wrote this, because I used to say Schwab. I think it's Schwab.
It's not with a W.
So he sued a fucking YouTuber for making fun of him. He is such a moron, this guy. This is the guy who was giving Bobby Lee shit that I got kind of embroiled in a little bit of drama with them. But I love Bobby and I don't like Brendan. he's a meathead in like the truest sense of the word. So he sued a YouTuber for making a bunch of videos about him. Now he thought he was suing him for defamation, but it turns out he was suing him for copyright infringement. He apparently didn't know.
He didn't know what he was suing the person.
Because like suing him for defamation would be like an obvious fat loss. I'm sure his lawyers knew that. And when you get anti-slapped, you automatically owe attorney's fees. So there is some risk in suing for defamation. I think there is for copyright too, but he lost the case. And well, anyway, the best part is that in the verdict decided in favor of fair use against Brendan, they cite none other than your boy, shout out Matt Haas, Hussein Zada versus Klein. Because Mr. Swindell's reaction video used the copyrighted works to criticize or comment upon, rather than to supersede the work's original objects, the first fair use factor weighs in Mr. Swindell's favor. They continue. Or provides otherwise unavailable information about the original is unlikely to supersede the original work. A quote from Hussein Zada versus Klein.
Wow, look at that.
Let's fucking do this.
Let's go.
Hopefully I'll be adding another one soon.
That's epic.
Still.
Thank you for the top comment. Ethan has unironically done more for free speech than any conservative dissenter. Thank you so much for saying that. I love that you said this insane chase video by the police. It's literally like you could play the Benny Hill song. You should play the Benny Hill song. Is that copyright free?
The
Yakety sax.
Do we have that one? We thought it was fake because it's just like right out of Reno 911. It's not fake. This is real. Confirmed real. Get a load of this. So here's a dash cam. There's a crash. Cop.
Sheriff's Department.
So the guy takes off running into the wilderness.
Car's still moving.
Car's still moving.
He's just kind of putzing around. The dog's attacking the cop. The dog is confused. He's attacked the cop. Now this cop is going to charge it up the hill, and here's two of them running after him. One with the dog that just attacked. Now here comes another cop from behind. Rear end. Rear ends his friend. But don't worry about that. Now he forgot to park it. The car is driving off in reverse. People are flying out of the car. He's going up the hill now. Absolutely almost flipped over in the trench. Here they are going across oncoming traffic. Literally almost killing himself.
Wait, did he get hit by the police car there?
Remarkably, they've still caught up to him. The dog. And the dog's not attacking him, you'll notice. The dog's quite friendly to him. Dude, that dog is the shit. Look how happy he is. He just attacked the cop. That's so iconic.
Oh my god.
Give that dog a medal.
That dog's a cab, bro.
Man,
to think, but nothing happens.
how amazing was that?
I can watch that like 5 times more.
Yeah, our first reaction was like, there's no way it's real with all the, they got all the angles. But it's real. And this is where these people are sucking up so much of our tax
It's
money.
like some police squad naked gun shit.
Yeah, for real. It's very naked.
How many fucking cops do we need, man? Holy
Police
shit.
squad, dude.
All we need is like one Will Smith from Men in Black. You remember him? How he ran down the alien in the beginning?
Fortnite. Oh, when he was a cop at the beginning of the movie. Right, yeah. He was like too cool to wear a uniform. He got to wear like a hoodie tied around his waist.
Dude, it was an
He's
orange
so fast.
jumpsuit. Oh, yeah.
He was so fast.
By the way.
Oh, orange jumpsuit. Yeah.
That movie is fucking awesome.
The original Men in Black?
Yeah.
It's a classic for a reason. It's a great film.
I saw that
Very
in
fun.
my transformative years, and I was
Right.
like, this is it. This is why we go to the movies.
Like so many movies during that time were like amazing. Right?
I guess
Smith, he was
they're
the
probably
shit back
happening
then.
now, but I'm just not young.
Maybe.
I like the Twilight movies.
Well, the Marvel movies are that for kids.
Mm.
That's
I can see that.
I guess.
as much shit as I mean, but that's imagine you were 8 watching
Yeah.
these.
Yeah, it'd be.
movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be the hypest shit you've ever seen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is the first
That's me you're
time
talking
for
about.
Oh, that's literally love.
That's
Yeah.
me you're talking about, brother.
I don't want to be like an old guy, but when we were growing up, Matrix.
Matrix.
Well, Matrix is a high watermark
Titanic.
of movies in
Titanic.
general. So
I shall go on. Watch it, Tay Tay. Let's show some respect.
The Sixth Sense.
Fuck, that was a good movie, man.
there
My
was
brother
a
ruined it. You
trailer
know that
for a
story.
new Shyamalan movie.
He's still making. They still giving that guy money.
They're still giving that guy money, and it, just like every time with him, trailer looked pretty fucking good.
Wait, wait. What's it called?
But the trailers always look good, and then you see the movie, and it's like a dice roll if it's going to be the worst thing you've ever seen or awesome.
He makes the movies to look good in trailers.
Right? Yeah.
Hey. M. Night Shyamalan new movie.
What was it called? Do you remember?
It was called The Watchers.
That's
The Watchers. Yeah, was the trailer.
The Watchers.
Yeah, trailer looked. It
looked sick.
Looked
I'm not
spicy.
gonna lie.
It's just incredible. Like every time he puts out a movie, it's like this is the worst thing that's happened to cinema. And then they're like, let's give him another shot.
He's so hit or miss. Sometimes he really hits.
When he hits, he hits real hard.
And I like outside of like Avatar that he does original stories. That
That
aren't,
too,
like,
exactly.
You know, franchises.
He's
that-
not like doing adaptations or sequels and
Yeah.
stuff. Each movie is its own thing.
Well, here's the real tell. M. Night Shyamalan. His films are blah blah blah. The cumulative gross of his films is 3.3 billion. So I'm wondering, surely he's highly profitable.
That's your question. Why does he keep getting paid? That's the only answer.
Yeah.
That's always the answer.
Mm.
If as long as
He's
they keep
really-
making money, they'll keep
Yeah.
giving him.
Right.
think you're onto something, Dan.
Yo,
He really is
it's a
tremendous at making trailers.
It's a night.
We say, Hila?
No, nothing.
It's a night.
It's the night. That's the name of one of his
Wait,
other.
people saying it's his daughter's movie? Oh, did he?
Oh, he's the executive producer on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, the Watchers?
You got bamboozled.
Oh, that's cool.
You got hit with that EP.
Oh,
That
he's
EP
just
propaganda.
producing it.
Wow.
Ishana Shyamalan.
Wow.
Sure enough.
Oh,
Ishana?
He was dead the whole time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe we'll get some fresh. I mean, his first movies were his best, so maybe this is like a
first
soft
movies?
reset of the dynasty, the Shyamalan dynasty.
Here's my last goof and gaff. This is one I found in my Twitter fucking For You page. Or not my Twitter For You page, my Instagram feed. Which, again, I can't emphasize just how wild that feed is sometimes. It's good, though. This is a alpha male we've talked about before, and he is just an absolute goon, okay? And this video is about his zest for wearing tightest pants. This alpha male wants to show off the goods.
Shit about your jeans.
Look at that
That's
shit.
another thing that pisses me off. You tight jeans, you're so gay. In fact, I'm so gay. Send your girlfriend to my house. I'll be her gay friend.
Ooh, I'm so gay, I totally fuck your girlfriend if she wanted to.
I'm so gay, I could be your gay best friend.
I could
Like,
so
okay,
go
yay.
shopping with you. I could
a
see
big
myself
gay,
in a gap
man.
with you. No, bro.
Oh, the
Super
wing.
gay. Send them all. Send all your girlfriends to my house. Try on clothes.
Big pet peeve of mine is people that wink.
Yeah.
Don't like
No,
winkers.
100%.
Everyone's like, you have to be so charming to pull
The
off a
wink.
It almost always
Yeah.
comes
It's a weird
across
concept.
as creepy. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's ever.
Does anybody actually use it?
People do wink out in the
life?
wild. They do.
I mean, that guy just did it. He did a
Yeah.
little.
Did it a few times.
I had a problem in 10th grade after I learned that I was good at winking. Just anytime I looked at someone like in English class, I'd be like,
You're good at winking?
I
Good at winking.
was.
Oh, okay.
Show me,
Well,
show me,
bust
show
it
me.
out.
But I
Let's
haven't
see that
busted
again.
it out
Let's
in a
see that
minute.
again.
'Cause,
Show me.
okay,
You're out of practice.
ready?
You're out of practice.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
That was pretty good.
I
you
winked
do
at
have a
Lena
talent.
The first credit class. When I knocked down Honda, I winked at her.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
rocks.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think the wink is good when it's conveying like a special message. That's good.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if you're doing a ruse or a prank and somebody's in on it, or you want to tell someone don't panic because it's all prank, you look at them and you wink. I think that's a good
That-
message.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
someone in class would be
Yeah.
like, make a beautiful observation, and I would like hit them with a wink.
Nice
I
job.
see you.
It's like beautiful metaphor.
Sometimes I misclick the blink emoji and I just want to throw my phone into the wall. It's so awful.
The blink, yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of
it's like,
embarrassing.
so cringe.
Cringe.
Well, it could be worse. You could have posted this video online. This man has no excuse.
my God.
People talk
It
a lot
looks
of
like
shit
a
about your
stuffed
jeans.
chicken.
That's another thing that pisses me off.
Bro, you have no
God.
excuse for that.
so
That
gay.
is, I'm
Send your
sorry,
girlfriend
but
to my
it
house. I'll be
is.
her gay friend. Super gay. Send them all.
God, it's so bad when he does it.
Try on clothes.
No, for real, why does he wear those pants?
That
Dude,
shot is great.
You can see his dick outline.
His balls must be so suffocating.
I don't think he has them.
That's painful.
He ain't
painful.
having any kids. His swimmers are dead, bro.
I mean, in a sense, it's like, women, they come out and they have cleavage, and everybody loves cleavage, and we all, you know what I mean? It really can complete an outfit. You just go, wow, look at that. But it's not fair, and he's all about supporting men, and so he says,
He wants
well,
to show off.
why can't we show off our dick outline? Dick too. And but I find that to be really repulsive. I don't know what. It's dick cleavage, and I don't like it. I don't think anybody wants dick cleavage. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's some moose knuckle right there, brother.
Absolutely.
I don't think girls are into this look.
I don't think so either.
It's psycho.
Those were like in style maybe for like a year in 2016. Just a spray painted on pants. But
Oh, for real.
How's he get them off?
He buys them from Lulu.
Lululemon.
Yeah. Does he get them off?
How's he get them off?
He doesn't. They just absorb into his skin eventually. They're
Like-
so tight.
Like stitches.
Yeah.
It's annoying. I've worn skinny jeans. It's like it. You have to flip it. You have to turn it inside out,
Totally.
basically on the way to take it off of you.
This man is on the ground, you know what I mean? Sitting crisscross trying to pull the jeans off his legs.
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, you're embarrassed. You walk around like that and you're going to give me advice?
It'd be funny to see him put it on, because you know that's a process too. You gotta jump.
Need a tutorial.
Wait. Is it just to show his ass off? Because the shots. zoom in.
Absolutely.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, man's caked up.
Yeah, definitely shows cake in his thighs and his cock.
Yeah, quite frankly.
At that point, he
being
might as well
honest
just
here.
paint the pants on.
I love he's wearing a belt. Man, that is the most unnecessary belt of all time. Those pants are not falling, I promise.
Yeah, no, you're good, dude.
You could endure a nuclear blast those pants are staying on.
Yeah.
We don't need a belt.
It would just be a pair of legs and
That's true.
and with some pants on. That's all that's left.
All right, so we love him. We love the alpha males. How long we been going now, Chris?
We have been going for 3 hours and 30 minutes, basically.
Let's wrap it so we can get home. We didn't get to do the Willy Wonka, unfortunately, but
Oh,
Monday. Do we have
shame.
Monday something?
Beavo.
Yeah.
Beavo's here on Monday, so yeah.
It works.
I feel like Beavo might love it.
You might enjoy it.
I mean, it's in the UK. It could
Yeah,
be.
it's
it could
in
be
Glasgow.
Good. Yo, it could be good to get his insight.
Yeah, I think he would love it. We could dress him up.
Just
He
turns
could
out
be-
he's
our
super-
Charlie. We'll just show him the factory.
He is our
Cheer
Charlie.
up,
Oh, and this is the
Charlie.
factory,
Yeah.
and you're Willy Wonka, just
can
like we
be.
talked
I can
about.
be.
Okay.
Cheer up, Beavo. Show us a smile. Your new teeth shine like the pure white clouds.
Your
So
voice
you want
placement is
some fucking
perfect
Thank-
in Willy Wonka's voice.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, girl.
Cheer up, Charlie. Show us a smile.
Somebody said there's no way he isn't wearing jeggings. What are jeggings?
Those jean leggings.
Oh, they're
like
Like-
soft
those are
jeans.
not
Oh.
jeans. Yeah, no, those are jeggings. For
Yeah.
Those are some ball huggers.
Sure. Those are
That's what
stretchy
those
pants.
Those are
Yeah.
that's body paint.
I don't listen.
Those are horrible.
Somebody said new ick unlocked, pulling off skinny jeans. So true.
Yes.
I don't know. Listen, I'm not the keeper of masculinity, so I
No.
take this with a grain of salt.
They're right.
However, I just don't think it's alpha for you to squeeze your little tush into some skinny jeans every morning. You probably look at your ass in the mirror too, don't you? Sorry, bro.
She got a great ass.
He does have a great ass.
It does.
Great ass.
Beavo in studio or Zoom?
No, he's in studio.
He's in LA.
He is here in the flesh. Willy Wonka's gonna be super stale by then. I know, but
It is what it is.
it's been a
dog.
long. I just want to get home, spend some time with the boys before it gets too
It
late.
is what it is.
Also, I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is.
I gotta play some
What
Final
happened?
Fantasy VII, dude. Rebirth
Right.
just came out
Oh,
yesterday.
shit. That's exciting.
I gotta rush home.
They want Wonka though. Can we do it on Monday? I mean, this will be
Yeah.
funny.
It'll be fun.
I think it
on
might be
Monday.
funnier with Beavo.
True.
Yeah.
The Beavo
Yeah.
aspect
Yeah,
makes
that's-
it
Beavo
crazy.
Yes, dude,
That's
that's what I'm
pretty fun.
saying.
We're gonna like be shocked. Like we're gonna be talking about it and how it's in Glasgow, and Beavo is just gonna like shock the hell out of us, being really racist against Scottish people. Like the type of racism that you don't get outside of the UK, the inner UK.
This new type of shit.
Like Velveteen Rabbit Eyes type shit.
Right, it's some deep.
Right, right,
He's gonna
right.
have some like Scottish slurs that like completely foreign to us.
All right, listen. Thank you guys.
People are now just starting to understand that it's going to be in person here.
In person. Beavo
Yeah.
is in Los Angeles. He's going to be sitting right next to me. We're going to be eating food together and shit. We're going to be watching Wonka's Vision. It's going to be amazing. Amazing.
Eating but not chewing.
No chewing.
No chewing.
Few
Amazing.
light amounts of chewing permitted. Okay, he can do like 3 chews, right?
At most.
Is that too many?
3? 1 maybe.
Yeah, my goal is I want us to do a whole array of different sizes of foods. And I know he's good at swallowing certain types of food. Potato is one of them. So like varying, upgrading sizes of baked potato. And then also he's really good at swallowing hot dogs and sausages. So we'll do that. He's also really good at pasta. So I'm wondering,
Pasta. Interesting.
I'm wondering if we can get like some big ass raviolis or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Big ass ravioli.
I want to see him eat chewy candy and stuff like that.
Oh,
I'm going in for the killed.
Well, you guys.
Taffy. Like just like a taffy.
It was suggested that we get like a big ass steak, but I was a little bit opposed just because I've seen him take a big bite of chicken and he spit half of it out. He's like, I'd die if I tried that. So he knows his limit when it comes to meat.
Yeah, he has his boundaries.
Yeah. And AB's been studying the Heimlich, and he's going to be equipped with a life vac.
Correct.
It's one of the.
Also, I think we need to get him a Sizzler steak though. Just.
Oh, those are deadly. Those have been known to nearly kill a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get him a Sizzler.
Sizzle it up.
We just gotta not let him go home with a steak in his throat, like AB.
You make it all the way back to the UK with the chunk in there.
Yeah, and listen, apologies for getting heated. Please don't leave. We need everybody to stay. Okay? I value every one of you, even the ones that are anti-Semitic, especially them. You guys keep me humble. That's important.
Of Jews.
Even Keem, please don't unsub. We need you.
Why can't we talk about the
Even Pearl, you're what? Please stay subbed. I love all my fans. Sometimes I get heated up, and that's what it is.
Death to the Jews, death to Israel.
Can we hear one of our other hits with the printer in the back?
The printer in the back?
Yeah,
Call
Pearl.
me on my work phone.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, I forgot about these.
Zach knows.
All
Hell
day
yeah.
when you need
Wait, this should be the new
printer.
chestnuts.
Call me on my work phone.
Oh God, I forgot about these. She's so embarrassing.
Printer.
When that work phone rings,
Wait, she's the most embarrassing person ever.
need to print things.
Oh God.
Yeah, we got this going.
Actually need to print things.
That means you need to
My
print
name is Pearl
things.
from Hanukkah. I'll help you save till I can no more.
Girl,
My name
you
is
are
Pearl
too
from
much.
Hanukkah. I'll help you save till I can no more. We
Got
got,
the
printers
rivers in the back.
Scanners are attached. You can even fax. I can help you stack.
Good
no
flow,
more meter
actually.
reads, no more hidden fees.
No hidden
Trust
fees.
me with me. Hands you will
Preach.
see.
Informative.
Yeah.
So, at any rate, thank you everybody for watching. I did my best, and I hope you have a great weekend. I really do.
Boom, boom, boom.
And-
Now let me hear you say, whoa.
Honestly, hers is cooler than Pearl's. The
The-
boom boom boom
yeah.
girl, like that's more swaggy than
Yeah.
no hidden fees.
Yeah, she kind of sold it.
Anyway, have a great weekend, guys. I love y'all, and we'll be back on Monday for an absolute banger alert.
Yeah.
That's right, Beavo, the one and only, going to be in studio, chowing down on big old chunks of baked potato. It's gonna be magic. He might die. And that's a risk I'm willing to
we
take.
will
We won't let him
Make sure
die.
he
We
does
can't. We won't let that happen.
So you ready with the life
That'll
fact,
cause a
AB?
diplomatic incident, dude. With
We're
the
gonna have life
But if he
support.
does die, I have my Peaky Blinders hat.
You
It's
can
a
take his
fucking
place.
Peaky Blinder. Yeah, the life back. We talked about it. You suck their soul out with it, like a necromancer. All right, everybody. Have fun. Have fun. Stay safe.
And chew your food.
Chew extra this weekend. I'm telling you. Someone out there is going to choke. Chew extra this weekend. Nobody saves lives like me. I just saved a life. At least one.
Put that in your book, the self-help book.
Yeah, save lives every day. Chew extra. All right, everybody. Love y'all. See you on Monday.